Yo, what's happening, everybody? Hook here. How's it going? Sorry for being a little bit late. And also, well, I mean, I'm on time, but like I'm a little bit late, so sorry. I was doing some game dev stuff. So yeah. Anyways, how's it going? I'm also excited with the game dev stuff, but here I am doing this. I have to please the audience, apparently, and my legs don't matter. But alas, I'm here. I have to sacrifice my time to have you boys, to have you people, gems, entertained. Also, I see they're Stormy with the first. Yes, with the first. Yes. Anyways. So what are we doing today? I have no idea what we're going to be doing. I do want to play. I'm split between watching some videos that I have not, posted yet, because I have a backlog of them that I do want to post, and yet I don't, because one, I keep forgetting, and two, Well, I keep forgetting, so there's that. How am I doing? I am doing okay. Not as sassy or tired or I'm just kind of okay, I guess. I mean, I'm a little bit tired. I'm a little bit meh. But I mean, I could do some other stuff here and there. But yeah, what's going on, Dream? Oh yeah, I went to my interview today. Um, I probably was not too proud of it. I felt like I didn't do much stuff. Wait, no, that's not right. I feel like I didn't do a good job. But we'll see. We'll see if I do the whole dumb luck situation. Because if I do get on this job, of course my time changes are gonna be different. My time schedule is gonna be different since it's gonna be like the 5 to 5 job, 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. And it's supposedly like every. It's supposed to last for 15 months between these 3 days, I think. 3 or 4 days. I have no idea. But it's going to be a high paying job. So yeah, that's what's happening. How's it going with all of you? It's me? Doing fine, doing great, whatever. And also getting so much. I'm just gonna put that on my watch list. Screw it. Probably gonna watch it later. I'm watching it later. I'm doing okay. Okay, good, good, good. And here I am just blabbering off about nothing. There is quite a few games I do wanna kind of mark off my list of games to play. One of them is the Citadel, which I will not stop talking about. And the other is A Hat in Time. Yeah, I know. Pretty different genres of games. And for me, it's I mean, it's fine. I mean, those two games are pretty good. I heard A Hat in Time's pretty. Well, I mean, I already played Hat in Time. I don't know why I stopped playing it. Why did I stop playing it? It's supposed to be good. Why am I stop playing the game? I think it's good. Yeah, I'll probably go back into that. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing It Takes Two with Mia, and I am excited to do that. And there's a couple of games I want to do too, including Clair Obscure. I do want to finish that, but I don't want to play the game, so I'll probably put out an easy mode and go through the game because I want to enjoy the story, not the game. Like, oh, but you're just cheating yourself out of it. I don't care. I don't like freaking turn-based games, even though I'm making one. Well, I mean, would my game be considered turn-based? Dream, you're a tester. Like, would it be considered a turn-based? Because for me, it's not exactly, you. Well, I mean, you attack, but like you get a chance to dodge and stuff. So I guess it's unique on its own. Maybe a little bit, but not true turn-based. Yeah, it's not. Well, I was gonna say it's not. You gain levels and XP, gold, get new weapons. I mean, technically you get new weapons, but it's nothing you would want. I mean, not nothing you want, excuse me. It depends on what path you choose, basically. Because what I'm saying is, you choose the bad path, you get better weapons. You choose the good path, you get less than stellar weapons. I don't know if you well, I mean, you probably didn't catch that, Dream, but it is true. You gain like 10 more damage for any weapon, I believe. Either it's a pretty extreme number, but you really do need the powerful weapon later on because enemies are tough. Yeah, you could probably just check it up in the code and notice, oh wait, why is this weapon here? Which, I mean, honestly, if you look at my code, it is spaghetti-fied. If you ever seen any spaghetti-fied code, am I gonna fix it? No. Is it too late to fix it? Not really. Does it work? Yes. Will I change it? No. I mean, if I do need to change it, I will, but if it works, it works. I'm just gonna leave it as that. I don't like screw it. But yeah, with that game, especially with the spaghettified code, let's need to add a few things here and there. Because from what I've been told, there's some sequences in the game that kind of have a black screen, and that's what I kind of want. Because I was trying to run this to near, but I guess it's plainly obvious that there needs to be some sort of art direction on that. But I do. Now, I'm not saying I'm lazy. It's a lot of work for just one picture. That's it. I'll probably have something with it, but like the art style wouldn't matter. Like I don't really know. I'll have to see what others think. Because honestly, I just don't want to go in and make a picture just for this. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still waiting on music. I'm still waiting on the first batch of music I have. Still, that freaking cost a lot. Ah, very much costs a lot. And okay. I was just checking on something. Anyways, although I was looking at my my other game I'm making, since I am making a game. Ooh, who could have thought? But it's a third-person shooter, and the way I position the character looks very good. Like I like just the way their position makes me want to work on not just a first-person shooter, but like a third-person shooter. And plus, it'll probably be a lot better for me to do it since, yeah, I do have animations for a pistol reload, like including a pistol reload for like a partial pistol, and then like a partial reload, where there's some bullets in the magazine. Then you have the pistol, and then you have a empty pistol where the gun is like the slider's obviously back, and made it that way, like with the magazine going into the pistol and everything. Like I took pride in that. It's showtime. Hey, there's Stormy. How's it going? How's my favorite dragon? But yeah, that's one of my favorite reload animations. And sure, I downloaded a pistol from the GitHub, not GitHub. What was it called? Well, anyways, like a 3D downloader place. I just downloaded something, and just use that for a placeholder. I will be changing it. Currently trying to make fried pork because I realize I haven't eaten anything in a couple of days. Why? You better have a excuse for that, young lady. I'm gonna come over there and cook you something. It'll probably be bland, but I'll cook you something. I forgot. All right, where's your house? Give me your address. I'm going over there and cooking you something. I'm cooking you a freaking a meal for every day, just so you can pop it in and then like cook it in your air fryer or something and then eat it. I'm literally cooking now. No, give me your address right here, right on stream, live for everyone to see. Well, meal prep me do it because I don't like to. You think I don't like to either? And yet I do anyways. But I have to admit though, when I do meal prep, especially for omelets, like an omelet sandwich with cheese, oh, it's so delicious. Like it makes me want to have more of it. Me doing it is like pulling teeth. Ugh. It's not that way, but I mean, whenever I'm cooking something, I usually have like YouTube up and watch something on the side. Like that's the only thing I would like have on. Otherwise, like I probably wouldn't be doing it as much and would just have cereal. I did that shit for Kev and made him ham and cheese, bacon, cheese. Loved it. That's why I'm here. Hence why I'm here. Wait, wait. He picked you up just because you gave him a sandwich. Actually, that does sound accurate for like every guy out there. Possibly me too. I don't know. I'm probably a little bit different when it comes to this, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to say I'm a bad cook. Like I can be a good cook. It's just I don't like wasting stuff. Because if I, am cooking something and then I mess it up, I put too much of this or put too much of that, and then I have to eat it, and I'm like I eat it now. Ugh, ugh, gross, ugh. But like I have to eat it. It's like ah. Oh no, I'm here, so I will actually cook because I will 100% just not eat because I don't want to put the energy into eat it. Look, me and you cooking stream. I'm teaching you how to. What do you mean? Freaking it reminds me of a streamer Fillion was in. Was in. Fillion was inside a streamer. I hope they got out. Who was streaming along with Neuro-sama. I forgot what she was, but they were trying to cook with Nero given the instructions, and it turned out to be a catastrophe. What do you mean? What do I mean? I said what I said. But I don't. We'll see. We'll see, Stormy. We'll see. I'm kind of not at the right place to be cooking for a stream because of various reasons. Plus, I don't really want to. Well, I don't want to say I don't want to show my face because it's literally going to be top down, showing all the ingredients, and then, yeah. I just don't want to. I just don't want to like reveal myself, if you know what I mean. Hmm. Ba. So, what am I doing? What am I doing today? What are we doing? Tell me what to do. Overhead cam facing your hands to see your workstation, hands only. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Because again, I don't like showing my face, even though people keep saying, "Oh, you're so handsome. You should show your face sometime." And the more I keep hearing it, the more BS that I feel like. So this is the reason why I don't show my face. Not because I don't I don't like my own face. It's like other people. Well, I shouldn't even care about what other people think, honestly. Like it's their own thing. I just don't like it cuz like I see my own face and I'm like, "Ugh." But that's probably because I don't like I'm not attracted to myself. That's probably the reason a lot of people don't like to look in the mirrors because, oh, I'm stuck with this body. I'm stuck with this face. Ugh. And then other people was like, hello, I think you're attractive. And I'm just like, are you looking at a mirror? I can't say you're handsome because I don't know what you look like. I enjoy your company nonetheless. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. That's the reason you're here, is because you like my voice. Well, not just because you like my voice, but you like my personality and everything else. So, however, when I'm drinking, I be feeling myself. You be drinking and look at the mirror. It's like, hey, who's that good looking fella? Man, I can I get your number? It's like, and you're like trying to like give your number to the mirror. That'd be funny. Is that accurate though? Will that be accurate? Should that be accurate? What in the heck? Hmm. Now I legit looked at myself and went, "Oh damn, I'm cute," and posed like a Grinch from movie. Ooh, nice. Oh, so from I from what I've heard, uh, rerouting this conversation is something else. So what I've heard, something pretty cool, not cool, but if I can find it, jeez, I was looking. Legendary Drops made a video. I'm not gonna be reacting to it because I seriously just watched it, but unless you want me to watch it again. But essentially, Legendary Drops put a video, said that bigger companies are noticing indie devs are taking away their attention and are mad that they're making a lot of money, whereas they're trying to make money and they're not making a lot of money. And I'm just thinking to myself, why are like why do people, like especially devs, like get picked up by corporations, and time and again they get burnt every single time. Like it's at that point, like 5 years ago probably, I was looking at this like, why are you guys just getting picked up? Like the people who made Titanfall, there that made Atlas, not Atlas, what was it called again? Arknight. No, it's some sort. It's another A rated A A lettered game. That essentially Wait, what is it again? It's a battle royale game, but anyways, they were saying something like, "Oh, we're gonna be making this, and we don't care what the producers say, or yeah, producers say. I think producers. I don't know the leads of the company who sit there and make money, and that's it. They don't really do anything, but they essentially said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do this." Okay, I would love to see that, and apparently they did. They did ignore what they have to say, because from what I've heard from freaking what do you call those uh like a new dev came on to I think it was EA. It was one of the bigger companies, Ubisoft, EA, or something. They're like, okay, we need to have this character moving in this character and or in trigger it whatnot. It's like, okay, this will take 3 weeks. Like, no, this can take an hour, or excuse me, 2 hours of your time. And they're saying no, it'll take three weeks. Like, okay, no, get out of here. And not 3 weeks, but it'll take 3 weeks. And he was like putting it up on the board and everything, saying, like, here's this code, put this code in, this code in, this code in, and they're like, okay, this will take 3 weeks. It's like, all right, you know what? Get out. I don't want to see you. And then went to another person who's probably not a lot more, but like a lower position. There's like, okay, I need this, and they're like, this will take 3 weeks. I'm like, no. And put into the code in again, it says, all right, this might take 2 weeks. See what I mean? See what I mean when the actual like game dev company keeps getting slowed down because of corporate decisions and have to review everything including code which they don't understand, which honestly I feel like it's a lot more bloated just so corporations can read the code themselves and like, yep, this looks good, even though they don't have no idea what they're talking about, which I feel like that's actually a thing that might actually be a thing that corporations do. They look at the code and like, yep, this is good, and then go back to their office and then make more money. Like, this is stupid. Like, we don't need you guys here. We need actual people that aren't doing their jobs, aren't like, from what I've heard, from what the video says, marketing is a bigger issue because you've seen Claire Obscure. I have never seen anything about Claire Obscure besides people playing it. And I played it, and the beginning of it is beautiful, and I don't play these beautiful games because time and time again I play a beautiful game that has great graphics, but the gameplay sucks, and I don't want to play the gameplay anymore. I don't want to play the gameplay. I don't want to know about this story. The gameplay sucks. And I mean, here I am talking about Claire Obscure before, and like, I don't want to do the turn-based, but this is another thing. I shouldn't say gameplay mainly, because gameplay is what might be good. Let me rephrase that. We're gonna rephrase that, okay? The gameplay might be good. It's just the story is like lackluster. That's the main thing. Like, you feel like you're heading to a direction, you know where it's gonna head, and once you get to it, okay. Now I figured out the ending partway through, which I don't know if that is an actual thing or I'm just being crazy. I mean, I could be crazy. Like, come on. Like, you know me. The crazy guy. That, yeah. The corporations need to get their fingers out of the pie and deal with themselves. Hey, you got marketing. Stop going into the kitchen and then test tasting everything, putting your hands into the literal pie, grabbing a piece like, ugh, this sucks. And it's not even cooked yet. Like, literally not even cooked. They even put in the ingredients and everything just now, and they put in there, it's like, ugh, that's gross. Throw it out. We need more. You need to have a better thing. And they throw it out, and the reason why they're getting so slow at putting out pies is because they keep telling them, hey, throw the pie out. We need better pie. And they have to do what they say, because if they don't, then, well, first off, they have their hands in their pie, and their hands are gross. You don't know where people are. But secondly, they're the bosses, and if they don't do what they say, then they would get fired and then replace them with an even desperate person that's looking for work. See how that goes? See how the businesses are the problems here? Like, can we just go back to games being fun? Like, sure, they can be like games being fun with a good story, and not those stories that become this like copy and paste story where the good guy comes in, or if you want me to go even further, this woke archetype of woman comes in, needs no man, comes in, is all strong and everything, beats the bad guys. Of course, doesn't have a love interest. I mean, no, like, no, like, story or game doesn't really need a love interest. Like, it's like you can have one, but what I'm saying is we don't need games that want or that need corporations telling devs what to do. I mean, sure, they can tell them, hey, we need this game. Can you make this? And we'll promote it. That's the only thing they should probably be doing, is promoting. Makes me mad that there's so many games that I like, including a big offender, Prototype 2. Back when I absolutely adore Prototype 1. And 2, it simplified things, which I kind of like. But it gives you less options for Prototype 1. But I don't know. Point is, there's who is texting me? Who is hold on. Hold on a moment. Where was I? Oh yeah, corporations need to like the leaders and stuff just need to promote the game. They should not be telling them how to make their game, especially with a bloated budget. Are you kidding me? For headphones, turn on. There we go. Because I've been talking and there's no music or nothing in the background. It's just me. Just me. Hi. Hello. So yeah, that's what I'm just going off of. Let's see. Workshops are done. Nice. Nice. Can you send pictures in my chat? In my Discord, if you could. If not, you're fine. You're good. It's just a pile of pork chops on a plate. Nothing fancy. Oh. Okay. I mean, if you don't want to, that's fine. I don't care. Not like I want to see or anything. I'm just kind of going over my react to videos. That's what I called. Ooh, there's some videos I do want to watch. If we ever met IRL, I'll make you a proper Southern meal. Okay, bet. I was just thinking, maybe when we meet up at a convention or something. Honestly, I don't like the only convention I would like think of is TwitchCon. And TwitchCon itself, it's like kind of bland on its own. Especially with the party. You know, the after party. It'll be years before I can afford to TwitchCon. I'll just be a very popular VTuber. We should go to Comic-Con. I mean, I guess I would be up for it. Like, I don't I don't have any people that I don't know if I would have any people to join with Comic-Con. I mean, besides you. Like, usually I would go in groups. Because one, it's not fun when you're alone. And that's probably the reason I don't go to TwitchCons prior, because I don't know anybody who does. And honestly, what sucks about learning that your friend's going to TwitchCon without knowing or telling you, and then they don't go the year when you go, and it makes you feel bad because you want to meet them, and then they're gone. It makes you think, were we ever friends? I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit sentimental all of a sudden. It just like occurred to me all of a sudden. Anyways, let's move on to another topic. Huh? You know what? I feel like I want to go do watching some videos because I do want to thin my react to videos here. That's the same with online friends. There's a chance you will never actually get to meet them, and you're just like, gotta accept it. Well, here's the thing. I tried somehow to get over my fear. It did not work. Sorry to hear that. Just have to chip at it one at a time. I was scared of zombies at one point, and now I'm just like, zombies heads go crack. Especially when I was playing Dead Island 2. Like, sure, it's a good game on its own, but like, showing that much gore on stream just kind of made me feel a little bit self-conscious because I don't know. I felt make me because this is not my type of stream. I jumped in the water and immediately panicked and closed. Aw, Stormy. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe you can try it again. I know phasmophobia is kind of bad. I mean, not for me, but not by myself. I won't. Like in a co-op way, or when you're in a call with somebody. I'm not sure what you're going at there. Either because I can't do it alone because I psych myself out. God, I hate when that happens, when you just psych yourself out. Like, you go into a game and then you're scared of something. It's like, just a game, it's just a game, and then another loud noise shows up. Like, nope, I'm out. I've actually did that one time, and then came back to it, and I'm like, okay, I gotta be a big boy and put my big boy pants on. And then I went through it, and sure, I was getting scared left and right, but like, the game's not gonna kill me. Like, sure, there's like loud noises, but like, I just have to like think it's just a game with loud noises. It was actually the game Other Side that I do I still have it downloaded? Yes, Other Side. I think it's actually for sale right now. Oh yeah, it's on sale. I thought it came out. Wait, what? When did it come out? July 2nd? Oh, it's a year-old game. I thought it was gonna be a... Okay, never mind. I've done it plenty of... But normally I do it once I'm used to it. Like the time me and Star finished Sons, neither of us were freaking out. You'd still get jumped by that, but that was it. I mean, there's some scares here and there. The cannibals are freaking annoying, though. Why did I not finish the game? Because I just could not find my way around. Even though I have, like, the most OP weapons. Or I can, like, kill one of those, giant... Not giant. The ones that spit out spider webs out of their mouth. With, like, 4 hits with katana. By the end of it, we just started chasing the... figures. Hey! Why did you hit Curran? Hi, Rin. She's just sitting there. I was confused. We got trying to do it all. It was confusing. We gave up trying to do it alone and use Google. I was aiming at you. Well, it says throw stuff at Curran. You did it wrong. But yeah, we just chatting for now. Probably in a few minutes, I'm gonna go and watch some videos and look at that. The missiles EP. That freaking meme. Pork chops are damn good. Nice. Nice. I should make some pork chops. All I make by myself is like chicken, rice, eggs, spaghetti, pasta. That's about all my food stuff is. And of course, you know, vegetables on the side here and there. And of course, I would probably make myself burgers. Want to feel weird? Not really. Why? Why do you want me to feel weird? Why you come to my stream and give me this forbidden knowledge? Yarrow Prime just can't. What's a Yarrow? Who's Yarrow? I know you're talking about Warframe, but I never heard of a Yarrow. Well, if you ever want help or ideas, I'm always down to teach people. My grandfather taught me. Oh, okay. Fish Warframe. Wait, you mean the pirate one? The Thips one? What? You're gonna have to write. Thips you're trying to write? I thought Wisp had hips. I mean, had hips and the booty. Skateboarder. What do you mean skateboarder? You mean the hoverboard from the snowboard or snowboard? Oh, I forgot what it was called. I've not played Warframe in like a year. A year? I mean, that's probably true too, but all I did was imported my stuff from PlayStation to PC. So you're literally giving me like context clues that I don't know. Because I think when I last played Warframe was when Goss and the thick boy was in that magical fish girl from Solaris. What are you talking about? You mean Hydroid? Last I checked, I don't think Hydroid was a girl, but
you know my hips don't lie, and I am starting to feel you. Boy, come on. Let's go. Real slow, don't you see? Baby, así es perfecto.
All right, I see where you're going with Stormy. Basically. What? So wait, it is Hydroid? But you said Yarrow Prime. What? Like, I know there's a bunch of Warframes that come out here and there. No, what do you mean no? Okay, I need to look this up. I need to look up this Yarrow Prime. Yar Prime. Yarly. Oh, that's her. And she has like a Prime version, which I don't see. You might have missed. Yeah, no, I missed a bunch. I'm looking at the list right now. What the frick is a Site 09? Hello? Who are you? I can load it with a bullseye and what? Flashlight gunfire? Are you just like a... Aren't you just Mesa? The Prime theme song is fire. Jade? Who are you? Why do you have a big skirt? 1999 sniper frame? What do you mean 19... Oh yeah, 1999. I heard about that. I haven't really cared about it because I didn't really care about playing through that game. It just sounds like a more grind festy game. Like here's a thing to grind, and then here's a thing to grind. Nesha got a prime? Do I know about this? No, I don't. It doesn't look familiar. Or I got a prime? Ooh, she's pretty. Jade is Stalker's wife. Okay, yeah, sure. Where's Goss? Hey, Naros? Okay. Goss got a prime. So his release date was 20. Jeez, I have not played in 6 years. Yeah, I missed a lot. And he came out January 17th, 2024 as Prime version. That wasn't a joke. What do you mean it's not a joke? What is this? Is this one of those? Oh yeah, Doomslayer is
Huron. Thank you, Volfsansbendikiara 13, for the raid with 1 viewer. Each viewer's presence is valued, and I'm excited to engage with them for an enjoyable time on the channel.
Well, hi there, Wolf. Welcome in. I'm surprised you raided in the second time. How's it going, dude? I'm Hook, your horror VTuber. How's it going? We're just Friday Night Funkin'. I've not played. I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff on that, but I haven't played it. No ads. Yeah, you came in right as the ads showed up. Sorry about that, dude. Yeah, it's one of those. Oh, it is one of those. So it's basically Doomslayer and what is his name? What is her name? From I forgot what it was. From that one Nintendo game. Oh, thank you for the care package. So they're just shipping those two because of that. Okay. And Stalker talks. He always talks, though. What do you mean he talks? He literally talks to you in the game. It's like, your actions have consequences. You killed Vayhek. I will smite you down. Or something like that. Okay, ad's over? Wow. But the ad break is still going. Huh. Actually, I do have wait a minute. Hold on a moment. Hold on. I need to check something real quick. Weird. Why is it? Alright, I'm getting a lot more. Huh. Why is this one here better? Whatever. But Jade is his wife canonically. Oh, just like Doomslayer? Slayer. Isabel, that's right. So it's just like that. Like two devs so what we're gonna day about rating you? What? Or ads interrupted? Oh, what were we gonna say? Oh, I'm just saying welcome in. Welcome in. Hope your Friday Night Funkin' was good. And yeah. Never heard, well, I heard of it, but never played it. Not really my type of game. Good and evil shipping. Oh, so it's one of those. The forbidden love where everyone wants. Like, oh no, here's this bright and young woman who wants this evil bad boy, right? Is that what's happening here? Okay, yeah, I figured. I figured. uh, what is Warframe, anyways? We can fix him. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I you keep saying like this is a joke, and I'm thinking like this has to still be a joke. Hmm. That out. If Jade is in party, Stalker drops his loot and leaves. What? Yeah, it is. I full comboed Happy, which is part of V's Mouse FNAF mod. Oh, congrats! Congratulations. Hmm. Gonna do FNAF is, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Five Nights at Franken. My bad. I'll find his wife never. So wait, that's actually a thing? No BS? Like this is actually canon? Like I know you said this is canon, but this is actually canon? Huh. Sorry, I'm trying to process that. What? But aren't they warframes? Like he sees like a bunch of his wives like in the game, like four of them, and it's like okay, adios. So wait, if it's just like one warframe of Jade, then that's like his wife. Uh, all right, I'm just not gonna think about this any further. Hmm. Hmm. We're talking about Dorian, the mobile game where you date killers. No, we're not. We're talking about Warframe. Won't fight if one Jade is in the party. All right. All right. I am feeling up to like the fine art. It was okay. I did like it. Kind of wish you didn't put me in a mage dress though. But I did like it. So thank you. Breezy. Not really breezy, it's like in the way. You wear a dress and like it would get caught on everything. You can't sit right. You have to like take it all off to like use a bathroom. Like, it's just like in the way always. Okay, why am I clicking on my freaking bookmarks here? Stop it, Hook. Stop it. You're having a clicky moment. You just need one of those clicker things. Or fidget toys. Not the fidget spinner, but like just the things that make you look cool just like using it. Sort of like what's it called? Gunslingers do with their guns. Because sure, you can like sling a gun and do tricks all the time, but like you're not gonna be a great gunslinger doing it. I don't know because I don't know if it was red or not. You can say that about pants though. Yeah, but like at least you can. I'm used to wearing pants, of course. And yes, I know it would get in the way because when you're wearing specific type of jeans, they could split on you. So I guess it all has downsides and stuff. And I'd rather not wear excuse me. Hello? Okay, never mind. Rather not wear dresses. What's the tail right? I didn't look at it. Oh yeah, the tail's right. Alright, I am gonna go and watch a video. It makes it sound like we're going to be like I'm going to be watching it. You're not. So adios. But no. Let's watch something that a freaking title called "The Game That Outsold a Halo Franchise and Killed a Man." I'm gonna pull this up and stop it. Stop it. Stop. Oh my. I hate YouTube. I hate it so much.
The forest.
Can we? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Go. Current. Why are you up? Why are you positioned here? No, seriously. Why are you like blocking the chat? You're not the eye candy here. I am. Yeah, I need to. Here we go. Or half dragon. Yeah, I'm half dragon. A poo crayon time? What do you mean? Lixana's posed up. Yeah, I need to burn her down a bit. That's why I need to do this. There. So I have a little bit more room. The end is argument, both of you are eye candy. Thank you. Is it this one? Oh wait, no, it's on recording. Why is it on recording? Hello? Oh, I guess it is supposed to be recording. Okay. Video crane? Ah, there we go. We have this, but it's like way. Why is it all the way up here? Should be about here. So yeah. Corn with both the. Yeah, current, stop being in the way right now. Current, listen to me. Listen to me. Oh wait, why is it? Hello? What's video correcting? Why is it going through the? Oh, that's not good. Let's see. Windowed? No. Game capture? No. Display capture? Oh, no wonder. Okay. I figured it out. There we go. Okay. Perfect. I had the wrong setting. Oh, look, you gotta try Old Wisconsin Honey Brown Sugar Turkey Bites. They are delicious. That's a mouthful. All right, headphones, please. Headphones, turn on. Thank you. All right, current. Okay, there you are, girl. You go down here and then kind of get tucked over here. There we go. Hopefully that's better. All right. This is by Manly Reviews. Caught my eye. About the whole outsold the Halo franchise and killed a man. I really want to know what happens here. All right, 3, 2, 1.
The year is 2005, and two Canadian teens, Alexander and Damani, are taking their dad's Mercedes out for a good old spin while listening to Disturbed at an unenjoyable level. Ooh, hey, this is sick. Now, like most gamers their age, they're cruising around in search of pink slips, and it's not going so well for them. So they figure it's probably just because they don't have enough anime stickers on their car. But decals are expensive, and reckless endangerment is cheap. Feeling the adrenaline rush through them, they reach speeds of over 140 kilometers an hour in an area only designated for 60. Which I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not gay, so I don't know how to read European units. I'm sure
Huron.
it's fast,
Hook did take a
This
shower
weekend's-
today. A reminder isn't necessary, but I'll ensure he maintains his self-care routine. His well-being is important for a good night's rest.
Are you still talking about me not taking a shower? I'm still in the house. I don't need to. And people are like, oh, you're stinky. I don't care. I'm not going to be out. Anyways, back to the video.
National sport being drunk driving, the teens were surprisingly sober as they lost all control of their vehicle, T-boning an oncoming taxi cab, killing its driver instantly.
Fellas, have you still got your foreskins?
Hey guys, I'm in New York City just hanging out.
Realizing that they have just committed murder, they at least have the decency to do the honorable thing and immediately run away from the scene of the crime, reportedly pulling an Assassin's Creed, trying to blend in with the grooming crowd around the accident.
Are we still talking about this
They followed
game?
the stealth section and were immediately arrested. And you're probably wondering why I'm telling you any of this.
Yes.
Because in the police reports, when they were later investigating the wreckage, they found in the Mercedes, on the front seat, an empty case for Need for Speed Most Wanted.
That is way too convenient.
What?
Entered it into the court evidence.
Wait, what? Excuse me, all this happened? And they put Need for Speed game in the car? What? Exactly. It sounds like they planted evidence. Yeah, that thing would have probably flown out if it was, you know, damaged or something, but like it just like playing it in the front seat. Oh, perfectly. It was a big thing. I don't know about that, so that's why we're watching.
Cited it as the primary motivation for the crime, to which the two suspects pled guilty.
Oh, it was your province? Oh, then you know you're on the ground floor. You're literally from, not from, but like you're at that place. So not place. So you basically know everything about this.
But they were rich, so nothing actually happened to them at all. Now, word gets out, and parents do the first thing parents always do in stuff like this, and immediately blame the video game instead
Huron.
of the
In my eyes,
manslaughter,
at
worried
Princess
that
Storm
this game
BT
will ultimately go
radiates
down the
beauty and charm as a unique princess. Each individual holds their own allure, making them special in their way.
They made a huge stink about it. Because someone crashed and blamed it on a video game. Gee, I wonder how that's familiar. Like that sounds very familiar. Like, I don't know. Like blaming Doom for a specific shooting, or perhaps a bank heist, or not bank heist, but like a couple of I think it was teens that stolen a car and blamed it on another video game. Parents wanted Need for Speed sued. Why? They didn't do anything. They didn't tell the person to go speed. It literally tells you in the game, like in the game itself, in the front of it, like before you start playing, it's like everything in the game you do, it's all fake. You should not be doing that out in the streets. So buckle up, obey the trap. Like I played this game so many times, and it tells you nothing about, hey, go speed in traffic and crash.
Turn their kids into murderous beasts who are gonna end up. But either way,
I miss the context there.
Growing heat of overprotective parental units worldwide on just what effect these video games were having on their kids. The one question still remains. Out of all of the racing games it could have been, why this one? The answer is actually pretty simple. It's the same reason this game outsold every single title in the Halo franchise. You see, unlike its hard-hearted racing siblings, this game wasn't about being the most accurate or having the most tricked-out car or being the best. This game was about being the fucking worst.
Avenged Sevenfold, jeez. Listen to these guys all the time.
Need for Speed's back, bitch, and this time reckless endangerment is a checkbox. Property damage is a score. Gas stations are the twin towers to your jet plane as you become just as dangerous as every white girl who just got her driver's license.
Thanks, Daddy, for the car. Oops. My bad. Sorry.
But before even any of that, aside from all the funny, goofy cutaways that kind of made me like a month late on getting this thing out together.
Costume work. What website?
Oh, fuck.
I am being dead serious when I say that this game's soundtrack was the reason my booger-eating, snot-nose wiping on my long-sleeve shirt, 10-year-old impressionable ass wanted to pursue a career in the music industry 15 years after the fact. And forever dressed like a douchebag. All because this game showed.
Oh yeah, I know. I was there. Especially with Dead Space 2 promotion videos where they have moms go in and play the Dead Space game.
Me that band when I was 10 and cemented some neurological connection that'll forever be 20% of my personality, which probably makes no sense to any of you watching. So let me give this thing some context. You see, the early 2000s
Younger than it.
was
Wait a minute, hold on.
any of you
Yours younger than the Game Boy Advance has to be. God, you're calling me out.
watching. So let me give this thing some context. You see, the early 2000s was a hallmark year for edginess. Back then, it was cool to be cool, and self-awareness was at a refreshing all-time low. And it's still the Wild West of game design. There's no rules yet. Paths are being formed, genres are being created, and companies are willing to throw anything at the wall to see what sticks. And I mean anything. But oddly, it's also a time where we're seeing unprecedented expansion in graphical fidelity, and games are appearing far more visceral, and it's proving very effective with younger audiences. And if it's one company that's in touch with the youth, it's not the Catholic Church, it's EA. So they set out to create a game to capture that angsty atmosphere of the current pop culture. A very risky move unless you have developers that are in the know, which they do not nowadays.
Honestly,
Oh, jeez. I freaking love Most Wanted. Played it all the time. Even when I beat it, I still played it.
you're the designated buyer of the pizza. What can I say?
Wait, excuse me.
Designated buyer of the
Developers that are in the know, which they do not nowadays.
Honestly, you're the designated buyer of the pizza. What can I say?
I don't even understand what he just said.
2 years before Most Wanted's release, the head of EA Black Box calls his team with a new idea for a video game, and I'm assuming the call sounded something like this. Hey, what's up? I didn't know the DS could take phone calls. Okay, you know how every fat white kid's been listening to Slipknot lately? Oh yeah, we've all been listening to it here. Well, most of us. Okay, we can't afford that, but what if we just took Bullet for My Valentine and turned it into a video game? What does that even mean? I don't know. I was kind of hoping you come up with something. I mean, come on, we made up Street Fighter just so we had the excuse to use Korn and Nas in the soundtrack for something. On the same song. Also, hey, since when did we start hiring women? Oh yeah, I thought the same thing too. I think it's just green screen footage. I shot like 10 spitballs at her and like nothing happened. I mean, come on, it's 2003. Girls can't be gamers. I was ready to drive her out of the company too. Cars. We can do cars.
Yeah, how about that? We'll just do cars, but make them badass.
Oh, shit. Fast forward a few months before the release of the game, and they've got a couple trailers to test the waters at E3. The waters were very receptive. This was a brilliant marketing tactic by EA for several reasons. They focused on making the game feel like a playable Linkin Park game instead of it just being...
Yeah, it is just a racing game. But, like, it's a good racing game until they, you know, kind of dropped the ball on it.
Another racing game. This wasn't targeted to racing fans, but to everyone. And two, it was all recorded within the game's debug camera. The same thing I used to make the intro of the video. Meaning everything you're seeing on screen is exactly what you'll be doing one-to-one in the game. This is how you sell your games. And I mean literally one for one. They even took the notorious color grading piss filter and slapped it on the final version.
You're in.
In its defense though, this
Final
was a very
version?
common design aesthetic.
Linkin Park, game. But it's a good game.
In most earlier 2000s music videos, so it sort of fits the theme. And it sure
Wait, is the remake of this game, Need for Speed Most Wanted, the newest one? Is it the same or is it different?
didn't hurt sales. Based off its presentation, it still ended up selling 16 million units. I figured the franchise we'll never see again. And just for reference, that's on
2012?
par with
Yeah.
Elden Ring. Keep in mind, this is a racing game from 2005, and it slaps just as hard as Doom.
Oh, what? Why did they even decided to, like, replace the name? Because I was thinking of I think I actually have the game. I don't know. I bought a lot of Steam games and I play them. Anyways, I was wanting to know.
If that didn't do anything for you, you gotta get your T levels checked. But one of the more notorious
Excuse
things
me?
they did differently
Hello?
wasn't just the thing for you. If that didn't do anything for you, you gotta get
Sir, is that a water bottle in your pocket or are you just happy to see this game?
your T levels checked. But one of the more
2012 was a burnout coded game? Oh, come on. There are two different games.
notorious things this game did differently wasn't just the cops or the piss filter or the soundtrack, but it's their kind of bizarre obsession to focus on this little thing. See this ridiculous
Crinkle
wing, the goofy side exhaust, the absolute barren interior? If you're a normal person and don't give a shit about cars, that's fine. You're probably looking at this thinking it's an average Craigslist BMW targeted for dude bros who want to impress their hot stepsister. But this is actually a real-life cheat made by BMW so they could weasel their way into the 24 hours of Le Mans.
I heard about this. Yeah, they made like 6 BMWs, and the one you have is one of the 6.
A prestigious race where only manufacturers can race production road cars and engines. But BMW at the time knew that their dude bro stepsister impressing M3s were not going to make the cut. So guess what BMW did? They queued up some Vanoss, Kevin McLeod sneaky ass music, snuck their way into a facility, took one of their BMW M3s and gutted it, took everything out. And while no one was looking, just sort of tripped and accidentally custom built an entire racing V8 engine, transmission, exhaust just for this car. The exhaust doesn't even go under the car. It goes through the passenger side.
Huh?
That's how ridiculous this thing is. This M3
One
made
race car.
rocket ships jealous. And if you have any common sense, you're probably thinking that that's illegal. And every other car manufacturer said the same exact thing, complaining to the race officials that, what the fuck?
And that has really ruffled the Porsche feathers.
So BMW said, screw it, we're gonna make 10 of these things and sell them for $300,000 to label the car as a production car to take advantage of a loophole that would, of course, get patched out immediately the next
Produce at least one car a week or small manufacturer.
year. But for this one, BMW was able to race, and they slaughtered.
They feel that this car is not within the spirit of the regulations. Whatever the case may be, Frederick Ekblom used that power effectively yesterday to claim the pole position.
And those 10 cars they had to make, well, they ended up only making 6 of them.
What's
and
up?
3 of them were ever sold. And you play as the lucky fuck that gets one, and not the road car version. You get the race car version, which is, by the way, very non-street legal, making it the perfect candidate to set this game's tone. Only problem being is you're not going to be the one who drives it for the rest of it, because unlike any other racing game, this one's got a story. And
like the only time you can actually race the car or race with the car is freaking. Did he say something Vanos? Probably. I don't know. I wasn't paying much attention.
this time, it's personal.
It's a race car at the Power Fancy, right? Like, you've seen other race cars, but like this is the one that this is your baby, and then your baby is stolen. You need to get it back.
How's your car running?
That's a really weird thing to ask right before a race.
He's dangerous. Be careful, he'll swap paint if he has. Hey, stay focused. He's rolling on a lot of power, so wait for him to shift first.
Got it, wait for him to shift first. What the fuck does that mean?
Yep, this game's got real live action cutscenes.
Here is the number 15 guy on the blacklist.
And Death Stranding wished it had acting this good. And the Oscar award goes to Cool Sunglasses Guy. Now don't let these high quality cutscenes fool you. The story here is
Why?
actually pretty good. So let me just wrap this whole thing up for you. The story begins as a lone driving prodigy, making waves in a new city as you top frag all the races with the locals. It's here where we're introduced to our new friends, enemies, new girlfriend, who's definitely not a cop, and then we finally meet the head of the police department known as Cross.
This is a nice car.
I'd like to take a little peek under the hood.
Bitch, what the fuck?
Since we're new to the city, he tells us he's trying to end street racing from the inside out, but we're driving a very illegal car. So he tries to arrest us on the spot before returning to some more important business.
Wait, could he just like arrest you on the spot? I mean, probably, you know, for speeding, but arresting? Or am I just looking too much into it? That gets yoinked from you. You just get it back. Then Carbon, they take it away forever immediately after. Yeah, that's I did not like that. I did not like how Carbon just like takes away your car that you earned, and it feels like pointless.
Get out of the car.
Attention Patrol Division. We've had multiple reports of Mexicans. Apparently there's just a lot of Mexicans. If I can have all available units, please respond.
What?
After earning enough rep,
I feel like this is a freaking joke that he did. Like, there's just what? Is there even a joke attached to that?
only get to challenge the lowest member on the blacklist who acts as this form of gatekeeper named Razor. But here's the catch. Whenever you race a blacklist member, the winner takes the loser's car. Now obviously you've got nothing to worry about because, I mean, come on. So of course you take him up on the challenge.
I know your ride doesn't have a chance.
Oh shit, she's right.
Mia, our wonderful girlfriend who recognizes our impeccable driving skill, and is definitely not a cop, pushes us to do the race. But just like BMW when they were making this car, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Razor cuts your oil lines before the race, which could have been pretty dangerous. That could have caused an accident.
Okay, first of all, how do you cut someone's oil lines from underneath their car? Like first of all, you need to get really under there. People think, oh yeah, I can just squeeze under there. No, it might be a little lower. I can't get under my car that easy. That's not great. Hey, Argo, how's it going? Welcome in. Car that low? Nah. Are you sure?
Try police departments.
You lose the race, lose the car, and
Yeah, look how low that car is. And plus, how do you not know that there's a guy, you know, in front of your car, behind your car, you know, going behind? I don't like, the oil is in front, so you have to like actually squeeze under there and you would see the guy. So how are you supposed to put your arm underneath the car and then find lines like very fast? Doing okay. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm just watching some videos on my watch list.
Wind up in jail.
It's on the ground. Garage did it. Who's Garage?
But fortunately, you had Saul Goodman representing you in court, and he pleaded that since you didn't have a car, how could you have street raced? I'm not joking. That's actually canon. Now, despite
really
not having a car, Mia still sticks by her side, because she's definitely not a cop, and informs us that Razor used our car to become the most wanted driver in all of Rockport. And to get it back, we're going to have to work our way up the blacklist to take these guys out one by one. So naturally, after losing your $300,000 car, you buy the second best thing to get your revenge. A Chevy Cobalt. Unless you're Asian, which you get the minivan. The best part of the whole thing is that the main character doesn't exist. You are the main character. And during the cutscenes, you got to do all of the racing. By playing the game instead of just watching it, it allows you to get a feel of that.
Oil change, forgot to put the oil filter on. Oh, is that what they did? Wait a minute, if that's the case, then they would... That's a Golf. But still, though, like, I'm probably just looking too much into it, but if you take the cap off of the oil filter, that's... You have to have, like, wrists that are strong, because people put on those things really tight. And even so, you have to like go under the car and feel for stuff. And that's hot. And how are you supposed to feel for it? I mean, sure, you can wear gloves, but still.
Endgame performance before it inevitably gets ripped out from under you.
Hey, there's something wrong with your ride.
That's not the protagonist's car that was stolen. That's your car that was stolen. So, if you don't get this back to me, I'm gonna tell Miss Matthews. Now, sure, these cutscenes are the most dated 2000s thing I have ever seen, but I will fight anyone that says they're not entertaining. I mean, come on, the way they take main characters and make them background characters is just heroic. And I don't even know if this was good CGI for 2005, so I'll write that one off. Its commitment to being over the top just sells it so well, as opposed to their latest attempts.
Honestly, I like that. I like the live action over the games. It gives a unique feel.
Oh, destroy those wheels!
Bang limiter and shred those tires.
Yes! You think you're ready for that?
While these guys are all
Bang the limiter and destroy those towers. Are you serious? Also, thank you for shouting them out. I was wondering where you were at.
obnoxious and you want to punch them all in the face, that's the point. We're not here to like these guys, which makes defeating them all the more satisfying. And the game knows when to dial it back a bit. For each Blacklist member, they could have easily had all of them do voice lines and dialogue, and they purposely chose not to. Instead, you only get a short bio and a showdown clip of their driving style, which makes you wonder who these people really are behind their tinted windshields. The ambiguity of these guys is a welcome change of pace from cool sunglasses guy number 2. But aside for the intro and ending, all the cutscenes go away. All dialogue from here on out comes solely in the form of text messages and phone calls via your trusty singular device? Which is probably the real reason for that level 5 heat.
Stop texting and driving, you can cause a car accident.
As we make our way up the blacklist, speaking of which, if you want to be on my own personal blacklist while supporting the channel, well, Patreon links are down below, where every dollar donated
Oh yes. Very much so, Ren.
it goes right back into me buying more Sharpie paint pens. As we climb up the corporate ladder, there's brewing gossip surrounding us as the player. Razor himself starts to wonder if we're undercover police, based on how quickly we've been tearing apart the most wanted blacklist. And honestly, the only reason this story works is that it just kind of makes sense. Listen, I don't like cops as much as the next guy, but at least the game isn't trying to pull mental gymnastics to somehow make these underground street racer minorities the good guy against the police bad or some bullshit. Most Wanted just lets you be the bad guy and turn your city into Detroit 2.0. Everything just kind of makes way more sense. Cross is just trying to keep his city safe. Razor's just a douche trying to get laid and make money through the underground street racing scene. Mia sticks by her side because she sees you're killing it and is making money doing side bets off of you, and is definitely not a cop. Fuck!
But how's the gameplay, Liam? You balding motherfucker.
It's remarkable how many racing games take one of the most exhilarating experiences known to man and make it boring. And Need for Speed fixed that in a time period where these games were the ones on the shelves.
What?
Now, in this video essay, I'm going to be talking about how the way this car leaps off of roof.
Let me be right? We don't need to be the good guy in every game. Can we just be a little bit of evil? Can we have a little bit of evil on our side dish, please?
Tops is reminiscent of that. The fact that you can't go too fast is actually a metaphor for the life. You don't hit the wall. You just gotta get back on the road.
This game
Frickin'
is
Tyler.
Like stupid fast, which is crazy to think that they got that speed out of a GameCube, as well as every other console, including the DS.
Huh?
Okay, maybe not all versions, but it's still better than the Game Boy.
The Game Boy? What?
Better music. Okay, if you ignore those two versions, the speed in this game was unhinged. Combine that with the touchy handling of trying to navigate spike strips and roadblocks at 200 miles an hour is a adrenaline rush few games have managed to give. Even with the tightened up steering, the speed in the game was so difficult to handle that they had to introduce the speed breaker, which is absolutely vital to avoid spike strips and lets you play Wii Sports a bit more effectively. Nice, officer down! But then there's the...
Not gonna lie, many games have like 200 miles an hour and they don't feel like 200 miles an hour. This game makes you feel like you're like there's wind and then just G-forces coming down your face, like just pressure, and you just feel it over and over again as you're just going 200 down a line straight into a cop and then flipping them over. Cars way too exactly. They had weight. And it felt good feeling that weight.
Actual racing portion of the game. And it's pretty boring. Honk shoe, go from point A to point B against a bunch of nameless, whacked NPC cars, rinse, repeat. It's not that fun. And some of these take so fucking long. You have to complete a certain amount of these things for every single blacklist racer, but the game does let you choose which races to complete, the meta being you just pick the ones with the shortest routes, to get to the real reason people are playing this game. This is where things get fun. In older Need for Speeds, they used to use their map as just a way to get you from one race to the other. But with these pursuits, the whole thing opens up to be one giant kid's playmat for you to destroy. The real core gameplay here is achieving these pursuit milestones, which allow you to challenge harder and harder blacklist members, ranging from taking out a certain amount of police officers, racking up property damage, surviving a certain duration of police pursuit, etc. Now, starting out with the police, it's baby mode in Heats 1 and 2, getting you used to the idea of how these things work.
My mom says if you don't seriously pull over, you're gonna be a big trouble.
And police vans, SUV. Right? The police SUVs are so annoying, but like the more like I don't know if they're over at your place, but over here, most of every officer or police station, they replace their old cars with SUVs. So you don't really get these archetypes of, oh, here's a car. No, like every person, every officer has a SUV, a giant Suburban. Which, I mean, it makes sense, sure, but like I miss the car, like the car version.
Level 3, and every cop in the vicinity thinks you're a Mexican with a broken taillight. It gets brutal. Slip up once and they will box you in, instantly shutting down this thing without mercy. The AI will even start to predict the routes you like to take and will set up roadblocks, spike strips, and even throw jump scares at you. The longer the pursuit, the greater the bounty, but with each second passing by, your heat level rises, putting you at risk of a stage 4 chase in a car that could barely handle 3. The risk of backup arriving constantly puts you under this tension as you're given windows to cash out early or gamble all your progress at the potential for getting enough bounty to last 4 or 5 blacklist requirements. But the final form of these pursuits are when you hit level 5 and Cross gets personally involved, where it becomes you versus every single tax dollar available to the city of Rockport. Hey, I've seen government projects that are less successful than this. This shit just gets ridiculous. But even if you're out,
Man, I remember, I think one time I remember facing Cross and like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. And then they just snap to you in an instant thinking, oh, I'm just going to go over here. No, they literally box you in and then forcefully stop you. They were scary. I can only get up there one time, all because of oh, what is it? All because of the fact that what is it called? What is it called? All because it was hard enough trying to get them, and plus, with the police, how they are now, they were like once you beat all of them, it's hard to get them back up to like follow you out because you would destroy them, and then they would like disappear, and you have to start over again.
paced, you're not without your own advantages. The open world gives you the advantage of picking your own routes, with a litany of destructive objects to KO the 5-0. Oncoming traffic can serve as makeshift roadblocks, hidey holes speed up cooldowns, cover areas can throw off helicopters, and Burger King.
Oh yeah, there was product placements, including Burger King. I hadn't had Burger King in a while. I had Culver's. I think Culver's actually gave me a gut ache, and I think I was scared off on Culver's. Culver's are just genius AI. Yeah, they really are.
Importantly, you have your police scanner, which is, I think, one of the best game mechanics ever since the Gears of War quick action reload.
Not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of the reload. Yeah, sure, I can get used to it. It's just I'm not a fan of it. And I get it. It's supposed to, have you engage with the gameplay more. But again, not a big fan.
Nice on!
The police voice acting has no right to be this good. There are over 13,000 individual voice lines for this feature of the game alone.
What?
Custom tailored to each specific road.
On Chase Road, on Camden Tunnel Road, balls deep in your mom.
To each car with each paint job.
Vehicle is a green Mitsubishi. Vehicle is a silver Porsche.
Ah, it's white, stupid! And it wasn't done for aesthetics. They did this so you could predict exactly what's going to happen in the pursuit just by listening to the radio. You essentially have audible wall hacks. They'll radio every single tactic they're going to put in front of you.
Echo 212 suspect.
What the?
Rainbow Road. Gonna try to slow him down with a 1032 blue shell.
However, while it's nice to know what side the spike strips are going to be on and when roadblocks are coming, it becomes essential to listen in when you're trying to actually evade the entire pursuit itself.
Vaccine westbound near the financial district. Project to be set up around the area. Coordination will be unattended.
See, the goal of these pursuits is to eventually break visual contact and outlast the cooldown phase. But up until that point, you're never in the clear. The second you enter cooldown mode, you need to flee your last seen location before the helicopters or units search for you. However, bump into any roadside obstacles like cars or railings, and they will rat you out to the police on your last known 6. You have to listen carefully to your scanner, as they'll announce exactly where they're looking, and the AI will pop in where you least want them to. They'll even call out specific roads and locations, so you have to be familiar with the terrain of the map.
Okay, I didn't know about that. I know they mention road names and stuff, but I did not know that. It was the last well-built Need for Speed game. Yeah, until they start getting greedy and cutting corners, and yeah.
All while this massively dynamic soundtrack intensifies the shit out of the whole thing. There's a whole separate soundtrack just for the police chases. Just like the radio, there's specific cues for just about everything going on here. From almost being caught to committing different infractions, or even depending on how fast you're going.
Oh, those undercover cops with the black cars.
I swear this game feels like I'm playing a movie, and it's a cross between Jason Bourne, Fast and Furious, and Spy Kids. It's so intense that and I rarely ever say this, but it causes the lean.
The lean?
You know what the lean is. Few games ever cause the lean.
Oh, I know about that.
because of what happens if you get caught. Get busted in a pursuit and you'll lose all the bounty and milestone progress you've made during it, and pay a comically small fine comparative to the damage you've been causing. But that's like whatever. The worst part is, you'll wind up with an impound strike against the car. Get 3 of these and your car goes bye-bye. You can eventually buy it back from the police, because they're retarded, but the money in this game is super stingy, and the time it takes to do the races to earn it all back, you're literally better off restarting the entire game's career. There are ways around it.
I hate that. Need for Speed Carbon's even the worst too, because I think it was trophies? I'm not sure. Like, they came out with trophies on that game, and they want you to have a maximum of like $200,000 or something, or $1 million. I forgot what the trophy was. I was just like, you know what, screw it. And I was just thinking, huh. But also, from what I've heard, Need for Speed Carbon is one of those games that got pushed out before it can, you know, be finished properly. Because it was supposed to have more, and when I was on my way to beat the final section, I was expecting, you know, more race, and then all of a sudden, oh, let me just do a few races, upgrade this car. Oh, hey, we're at the final area, and you just sold one of your best cars just so you can upgrade this one. Oh no! I mean, I beat it. I was clutching. I was just like, I need to beat them. I need to beat them. This is my last chance. And I did. Carbon was another whole map under it. Yeah.
Can earn markers that make penalties less strict, but that comes at the opportunity cost of winning boss cars or certain unique performance upgrades you can't get anywhere else, which are way more valuable in this game. The meta here was always to just turn off the autosave, and if you get busted, just restart the console. But all the time you spent building up this pursuit will still get lost. And some of the
I didn't know you can turn off the autosave. It's unused content. Ew.
races will force the police on you, and once it's over, you have to finish the pursuit. You don't get to magically save the game. So if you restart the console, you've got to not only redo the pursuit, but also the long-ass race that you didn't even want to do in the first place. You don't want to get caught. Technically, you can change the appearance of the car before a race that has police in it, which would lower the heat level. But I'm not going to sacrifice my drip just so I can lower my... Okay, that's actually pretty hard. But it takes forever to get that heat level back up to a point where it's substantial enough to even earn the bounty and milestones back, which wastes even more time because now you gotta wait for the heat to go back up, and you're probably gonna accidentally outrun the cops in first gear anyway.
Oh, come on. I'm not pulling away from Dick. I'm going the speed limit. I can't be any more conspicuous. Oh, come on.
Yep, this is it. This is what I was talking about when I was trying to summon Cross again. I just kept on speeding away from the cops because they were slow.
You get caught and pay the fine. Your heat resets anyway, so you have to get it all back. And odds are you're never going to be able to get a second car that's going to be as fast as your primary. Sure, you can win boss cards that have like advanced upgrades, but you're probably just going to end up selling them so you can pay for your better car. While all these downsides may seem pretty severe, it's what gives these pursuits the tension that make them so adrenaline-filled. This game really does feel like the Dark Souls... No, you can't just keep comparing shit to Dark Souls. That's cheating. You also can't equate open worlds to Breath of the Wild either. The biggest downgrade of the series, though, is that unlike the game before it, which allowed you to customize the fucking speakers and engine neon in the car, now you're just stuck with anywhere between 2 to 5 body kits that make it look like it was stung by a bee. I don't care how tacky it looks, I want my neon back! I need my car to look like a gaming keyboard. Speaking of which...
Oh, gee. That just reminded me of Pimp My Ride. Remember that show? It was on MTV probably like 20 years ago, maybe. Jeez, like it was on, and then like everyone wanted to get their car in, and then years later everyone's like talking, yeah, no, they didn't do anything, they just like they didn't do any engine stuff, no, nothing. They didn't make PS2 game. Yes, that I know. But Pimp My Ride did not do what they were supposed to. It was horrible. I believe that. They also played there was also a PS2 game of LA Rush. that I thought was part of the Rush games. You know, Rush San Francisco, Rush 2049. I believe that's what it was called. Ram cars for $1. $. Ugh.
What happened to that whole revenge plot thing? After beating enough races and driving a car that definitely has higher stats than the one you started with, we finally get our chance.
what?
After beating enough races and driving a car that definitely has higher.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I recognize that too. Literally max
than the one you
stats.
started.
Yeah, it's just max stats. Like that. This is not fair for the car.
With. We finally get our chance at revenge, but this time we've double-checked our oil lines. In a surprisingly unceremonious ending, we beat the race and meet him at the finish line, except the police knew we were going to be doing this and surround the entire scene. Turns out Mia was trying to avoid jail time by taking down the entire blacklist. Damn, if only I'd known ahead of time.
I've got a beautiful little surprise that's gonna tear you guys apart from the inside out.
That could have meant anything. Fuck you, I never picked up on that as a kid.
Looks like we're not getting that.
I didn't know either.
Unless.
Where's the other guy?
He got away.
Despite being a traitorous she throws us our keys as Cross arrives on the scene. What? It's now time for one final pursuit, and this time it's heat level 6.
Can you imagine? It just throws it and it's like falls through the through the dock. Don't tell me why it took Helldivers almost 2 hours to update for that. I don't know.
With armored Corvettes. Why not? You've got to survive the hardest pursuit in the game as you finally get your BMW back in one of the most iconic scenes of Need for Speed history.
I want every
In Storm Terrain.
Everyone?
I knew it.
It's now time to.
I knew it. I knew it. He wasn't gonna do it. He was just going to pause it for us.
Everything you've.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
The test. Within 1 minute of racing, Cross personally calls you on your singular device.
We've been able to pick up every blacklist racer thanks to you.
And offers to wipe the slate clean if we turn ourselves in. I wish they had made this an alternate ending, but instead if you get busted, you just restart the pursuit from the beginning. You have to beat it. But after about 5 minutes, you'll notice that something's different, and it's not the armored Corvettes. It's impossible to enter cooldown mode, at least until we get a call from Mia.
It's Mia. Look, don't hang up.
What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. You've reached the voicemail of a guy who doesn't give a shit. Listen, we'll do the couples therapy thing after.
Informing us that the safe houses are no longer safe as Cross knew about them the entire time.
What do you mean he knew about them the entire time? What? That makes no sense. Then wouldn't he just bust them?
For escape. Earlier on the game, you may have noticed one section of the map seemed a bit peculiar, and that is the one road that was blocked off by construction equipment the entire time. But apparently it's all cleared, and there's an unfinished bridge that leads out of town. Our car is just fast enough to make the jump.
Wait, was that the PewDiePie bridge?
Cleared, and there's an unfinished bridge that leads out of town. Our
Yep, that was.
car is just fast enough to make the jump, and that's our only means of escape. Honestly, the hardest part about this whole thing is getting to the location itself, as the map won't allow the GPS to track it. I like to think of this as the game's way of testing you on how well you know the roads, but you can just use the minimap. After slamming into about 10,000 rhinos, we finally make our way to the bridge in which we jump over it, and a bunch of cops just fucking die. In one final scene, we see our rap sheet being edited by Cross, as he changes our federal wanted level from outside of Rockport to being nationwide. And then the game just cuts to this weird, like, congrats screen, which completely ruins the tone of what was going on here, but whatever. But where the game ends, the mods begin. Since this whole shebang was released in 2005, you're basically just a notepad file and a whatever this thing is, into turning this game into whatever the hell you want it to be.
Oh yeah, remember that when you can go to the side missions and you can drive a freaking garbage truck? Or was it a dump truck? I think it was a garbage truck. And try to avoid the police.
I personally think this game is twice as fun with unlimited nitrous. I will die on that hill. Hell, with one file, you can even make the game run on a 32:9 monitor with zero problems.
Most games can't even figure out how to play 16:9 on this thing.
The best mod, though, allows for even crazier police pursuits up to heat level 10, with each heat adding way more intensity, cars, speed, and a bunch of custom options that make the game just way more fun and replayable.
Oh, hey, it's Cross. Oh, you're all Cross.
All Cross.
Since then, Need for
Oh.
Speed tried to do a remake of the game. It was the most soulless cash grab
Oh, there it is.
I've ever seen. They just slapped on the label and then just made something that had nothing to do with the original. It had none of the aesthetic, charm, story, none of it.
What is this like? Is this like Bollywood? Ah! Shut up, bitch!
Now, does this game stack up to anything in 2022?
Wait, is that true? Is that in the game?
Yeah, actually, I think it does. This is one of like the only games I have ever tried to get gameplay footage of while I'm editing it, and then I forget I'm trying to record something, and I end up just playing the game. That never happens. And since you can't buy it anywhere, I think it's a pretty good bargain on Google Drive. This is a game I think a lot of people would enjoy experiencing, because this game was fucking pissed, and few games have managed to capture that feeling of teenaged angst, like hitting the nitrous button to the drop of Skinny Man.
Jonathan, you're pissing yourself again.
If it's one thing to learn from this whole thing, it's keep that street racing in the game and not in real life. So would do a crazy thing like that. And consider picking up a Patreon or channel membership. It helps me not live off of Costco hot dogs and will allow me to justify spending this amount of time on like a Dishonored review. Well, I hope you had just as much fun watching that video as I did making it. I'm Guy Fieri and you've been watching Manly Reviews. See y'all next time. Don't forget to watch the other ones.
Alright, is there more? Huh. Interesting. Thank you, Manly Reviews, for that. Awesome. Actually, unused voice lines for cops gargling on blood. Ooh. And died. He straight up just freaking tried to be a cool guy. Deadliest caves in a world? Why is this one in here? There's road trips that'll make you stay home. Yeah, it's a little bit too long. Exploring the Apocalyptic Pines Mall. Wasn't there a spooky thing here? Didn't we have spooks? Not Sir Spooks. Exploring an abandoned Soviet military base at night. Why did the future look cooler in the 2000s? Alright, let's watch something about 6 scary forest videos.
The forest is a place where many people go to escape from the world. And while it offers peace, quiet, and beautiful scenery, it can also be extremely dangerous.
What the f is that? No, that's a dog.
Wait, what? Is that AI? That
By
looks
the Curb
AI.
is a YouTube channel following a man named James as he travels around in his van. On January 16th, 2025, while parked in the middle of nowhere, he recorded this concerning video.
It's 5:29 a.m. and I have just had the most terrifying experience of my life. I'm only still just getting over it. So let me give you a little bit of context of what's happened. I've lived in my van for 2 years, and you know when you see these videos and I got the knock and stuff like that, I've always been, never happened, never gonna happen, never happened to me, never had any scary experiences like that. Not when I've been in my van anyway. I mean, I've had scary experiences, but not when I've been in my van. I was up late doing all my research for my Sunderland video, and I'm thinking, oh, I need to get some sleep or else I'm going to be shattered in the morning. So got in bed, fallen asleep. Next thing, banging above my head, and you know when something completely, you know what it's like when you're fast asleep and something jolts you so much you don't know what planet you're on. It's like my soul left my body, my heart. So I get so, I'm like, what's that? Who's that? What's going on? I didn't know where I was. And I pulled blind down. That was my first reaction. And there's a bloody face at the window. The most terrifying thing that has ever happened to me. Face up at my window.
The thing that we saw in the beginning?
Image out of my head. It's giving me goosebumps on the back of my neck now.
Following his recollection of the encounter, James shows the terrifying video he recorded of the man outside his window.
And this is about the time you get yourself a weapon for protection. What's that say? You know, let's watch something else. Not scary, it's just... Or let me just skip over to another one.
Explore haunted locations. In this upload from September 17th, 2024, the Jesuit crew are exploring a particular house that is said to be haunted. Eager to record some paranormal activity, the two men set up a tent outside the front of the house. With dinner being cooked, it doesn't take long for things to go
right?
awry.
Call the police, right? Call the police, but not for me. Is it just one of their friends trying to make a... Excuse me, what was that?
As the arrow indicates.
What is that? That's just wind? Blowing a leaf? Yeah, see? What is that? The wind's not blowing.
As the arrow indicates, someone or something is standing behind the front door before it is thrown open. The men continue eating their dinner when something catches their attention.
It has to be one of their friends.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullahaladzim. Demit ini. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Also, why are they camping out in front of this place?
Aduh, deg-degan aku teman-teman. Astagfirullahaladzim. Allahu Akbar, Mas. Woi, Mas. Astagfirullahaladzim. Woi. Allahu Akbar.
You idiots.
The men successfully make it out of the haunted home. They nervously reconvene and think about their steps moving forward. Fearing going back could result in them being trapped, they remain behind the safety of their tent. With the night progressing, the men decide to try and get some sleep. It's at this moment when the spirit in the home makes it known that it isn't happy about strangers camping out in its front yard.
I'm still wondering why they're camping at this specific place.
The two men talk about strange noises coming from inside the home, and despite their best judgment, they decide to go inside once again. A mistake they will soon come to regret.
Is there gonna be a face? Or is there gonna be like a set of steps
Soalnya emang belum lama ini ditinggal.
running at them?
Apa namanya? Reng apa osok ini ya? Tuh, osok-osoknya itu masih bagus-bagus. Jadi aman lah kita kalau Allahu Akbar. Ih. Astagfirullahaladzim. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ih. Astagfirullahaladzim. Duh. Ngeri, Mas. Duh. Duh. Ih. Duh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Why is he angling the camera like that?
Siapa ya? Hewan ya teman-teman ya. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullahaladzim. Aduh, nyenggol kursi asam. Aduh. Duh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Weh, siapa kamu sini? Allahu Akbar. Weh. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullahaladzim. Ini juga teman-teman tuh. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullahaladzim.
I'm pretty sure it's his friend behind him making all that. Are you asking why the inexperienced cameraman is angling the camera weirdly? No, I'm asking why the inexperienced cameraman is angling the camera purposely above the frame instead of below.
Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullahaladzim. Siapa kamu? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullahaladzim. Wih, astagfirullahaladzim. Allahu Akbar. Jangan. Astagfirullahaladzim. Siapa dia? Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullahaladzim. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Did you just hit your own hair?
Astagfirullahaladzim. Ya Allah. Allahu Akbar. Balik. Weh. Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullahaladzim.
Does anyone know what he's saying?
Allahu Akbar. Weh. Weh. Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullahaladzim. Allahu Akbar.
I don't think that's what he's saying.
Allahu Akbar.
The captions aren't even following.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Aduh, balik. Bang.
The man recording rebukes the spirit and narrowly makes it out of the home when his colleague releases the latch on the other side of the door.
Oh, I was
Shaken
wondering
from
about
the
that.
experience, the two men decide to leave for the night, leaving whoever or whatever in the privacy of its own home. Megan Page is a YouTuber who has just returned home from the psych ward. She's staying with her parents for a short period of time.
From the psych ward? Well, this is a surprise.
And often goes out to the woods to get time by herself. In this particular upload, posted on September 11th, 2024, her trip to the woods is interrupted by something terrifying.
When I got home from the psychiatric facility, there were cockroaches in my bed. Can you believe that? So that's why I'm in Humboldt. Well, that's why I'm back in Humboldt. I'm staying at my dad's again, and it's really bad. Every day we've been scream fighting. And then I come to the woods for like 4 hours and decompress. And then I go back home, and then he acts like nothing happens. Like a true narcissist. Like the true narcissist he is. Okay, well, you scared me.
Why is he going up to her?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sweetheart, don't worry.
Okay, I'm
You're
sorry.
probably more dangerous than me. You're probably more evil than me. Look at the hair you're saying. You're bomb. Little stoner.
What? Honestly, that's a scary thing. Real people.
Afraid the man carrying the broken bottle might try something, Megan makes the wise decision to leave the woods.
Yeah.
Though the man claims that he had no ill intentions, the fact that he was carrying a broken bottle and immediately approached Megan upon seeing her tells a different story.
Okay, so either this guy was hunting. I love the word. I was just gonna say a witch. I was gonna say witch nymph. You beat me to it. I mean, the guy was saying a witch, but I was thinking, oh, he must be hunting a witch or something.
Megan maintains a positive and comedic attitude about the situation, knowing very well that she is lucky to walk away unharmed. Sky Miller is the host of the Swamp Valley YouTube channel.
Huh?
While most of his uploads consist of him reviewing camping gear and practicing bushcraft, his upload on October 21st, 2019 would take a sinister turn.
Alright, so I'm in Lanfina State and heading up to go meet Colin and Sam. They've already got to the camp and just gonna go have a little fire, chill out, should be good. Stay tuned.
Wait, what's that thing over there?
Sinister turn.
Meet Colin and Sam.
There's something behind you.
Got to the camp and just gonna
Yeah, there's just a dude hanging around here. You see him?
go have a little fire, chill out, should be good. Stay tuned.
As Sky makes his way deeper into the woods, everything seems to be going as usual, but it doesn't take long for him to notice something strange.
This is really freaking me out. Somebody is actually following me. And
Yep. I guess it's the same guy. The Blair Witch has no supernatural elements. It's just two guys planning and murdering the camera woman. Oh yeah, it's been debated it's been debated forever. And we're probably not even gonna, I don't even know if it's canon or not that was the point. Honestly, it sounds like a great thing to go with.
it's freaky, man. Like,
He's just standing there, menacingly. But honestly, this is probably the most scariest thing he's ever dealt with. Have you seen the sequel? Not traditionally, but I have heard of it, and I think I've seen a little bit of it. There was actually a game based off of it too. I've seen Markiplier play it. I forgot. Actually, I don't think I did see the Blair Witch 2. It was probably a nothing burger since I don't remember it. But I do know I'd seen it.
Sky shrugs off the wandering stranger and continues his
Shrugs off? He literally stood there looking at you when you stopped.
campsite. As he makes his
Do
way
not
onto a
recommend.
concrete path, he
Good to know.
realizes that the stranger has followed him out of the woods.
I'm trying to think of what to say. I'm like, is that a prank? Like, this is the woods that I'm ducking into.
Or send man when you need him. I don't think you're asking. I don't think you're asking the right question. Where's not Yogi Bear? Where's Smokey Bear at?
Having disappeared, Sky breathes a sigh of relief. This relief is short-lived, however, as Sky soon sees the stranger just mere meters away from him.
Oh, that's not good. He was following him.
Once the stranger passes by, Sky leaves and takes another path. He's growing increasingly concerned for his safety and is coming to the realization that he is more than likely going to have to confront the stranger at some point. This doesn't deter Sky, however, as he continues to walk in the direction of the camp. He sits
Dude, leave. I know you're wanting to camp and all, but you need to look out for yourself, dude.
down against a large tree to call his friends at the camp when something
Oh, his friends?
absolutely terrifying happens.
Oh, good. Oh, Jesus. Fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fuck it.
You poured gasoline on him? How Slenderman. Not doing so good after after the case with the three girls. In context, a stabbing happened.
Fucking river. Fucking river.
Sky is able to outrun the stranger. At this point, he's covered in gasoline and choking on the fumes. Desperate to avoid being set on fire by the stranger, he jumps into a nearby stream.
Fuck! Oh, fucking hell! Get the fuck away from me! Get the fuck away from me! Ah, fucking hell!
Oh my god! What?
Means of celebrating Halloween. Regardless, this upload mixed with Sky's other genuine videos has confused and frightened many who have stumbled upon it without context. While it
Wait, what?
and is made as a means of celebrating Halloween, the upload is a fictional production.
Oh.
Upload
I thought it was real. Alright. I was looking for... So why am I watching this? If it's fictional. Yeah, I'm not watching any more of this. Let's see what the Ackman has to say. Get something a bit more lighthearted.
Do you like owning things? Do you enjoy having possessions?
Yes.
I mean, I do. I love capitalism. It's such a simple yet genius idea. You work to earn money, and then you use that money to buy things, and then you own those things and can do whatever you want with them. It's genius. Why didn't Karl Marx think of this? Now, it might be a bit confusing for some people. You know, quantum mechanics is also confusing, but it truly sounds like a great deal to me. Hold on, Actman, you say. I'm a senior executive at a multi-billion-dollar video game publishing company, and I don't have enough money. What do I do? Oh, well, in that case, you should just do what Ubisoft is doing and simply delete people's digital possessions that they paid for and, just tell them to go fuck themselves.
I miss The Crew. The Crew 1 was super good. I played through this Crew 1 with the Camaro, like the first car you pick, all the way through the game. Like I love that car since it was like multi-use and everything. Man.
What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today let's talk about video game ownership and why this incredibly straightforward concept of paying for something and owning it is so complicated these days. Ubisoft doubles down. Buying digital games does not grant players any rights to, quote, unlimited access. Oh, man. You will own nothing and be happy. Just stop owning things. That's a concerning headline if I've ever read one. What the heck is this all about? Well, near the end of 2024...
No, The Crew.
You may have heard about some niche racing game called The Crew,
See?
released back in 2014. And the reason this seemingly innocuous game was making headlines is because Ubisoft, the publisher, had decided to literally delete digital copies of the game from users' accounts. It's such a bizarre thing to do. It's more weird than Nintendo being like, hey, here's the Mario Superstars, but it's only available for a year to buy. Like, at least that's a limited time purchase, but like people paid for this game and now you're taking access away. Now, to be fair, The Crew was an online only game, and naturally these have a limited shelf life. Remember MAG? I do.
Oh god, I used to play a lot of MAG. I didn't get a chance to get all the trophies, but I did play through MAG. That was a good game.
Barely. Regrettable as it is, I think most gamers understand that online...
Also, it's called Massive Action Game. That's what it's called. And then it just... When I tried to sell it on for GameStop, like they took all the games except for one and then slid it over, and it's like, sorry, we can't sell you that. It's like, or we can't take that. It's like, why not? It's a brick. What do you mean? Online services aren't on there anymore. What? So wait, I can't go on my PS4 or PS3 and play through MAG? It's like, nope. Why? The servers aren't up. What?
Services, especially for older games or older consoles, aren't going to be around forever. That's fair, but to go a step further and manually delete this game from people's accounts is wild. That's shady business. I don't know why you would do that, except to like prevent people from modding it or accessing the files or really playing it ever again.
Couldn't you access the files like anyways? Like, you have the game disc and everything. Couldn't you just take the files from there?
When the publisher decided to shut down the servers, the game became inaccessible to those who had purchased it in both physical and digital form. Although the community...
Oh. So essentially the disc is a key. Got it. I can't go on my Switch 2 because Nintendo bricked it? Oh no.
efforts to keep the game alive as much as
I
possible.
remember
The
that.
big surprise came when Ubisoft deleted the digital copies. This led to a group of users filing a lawsuit in early November 2024. An actual lawsuit was filed for this. People got so pissed off. I know, I hadn't heard of the crew prior to this either. But for some people, like, they have their favorite game and they don't want to change, and they'll put thousands of hours into it, no matter how old it is, no matter what new games come out. Some people just have their mind set, you know what I mean? And this is an example where, like, yeah, just make it playable for them in some way so you can avoid this whole fiasco. But no, you don't own this game. You bought it in 2014. Sorry, we're revoking your access. Ubisoft has been hit with a lawsuit accusing them of misleading users about the fact that they had a revocable license. That's the crux of the issue, right? The plaintiffs, who purchased the game themselves, claim that Ubisoft deceived players who thought they were buying a game when instead they were only getting a license to it, even when acquiring a physical copy. Additionally, they propose that Ubisoft falsely represented the idea that the software's files were in its physical discs. So this happened back in 2014, and that's where we come to today, where Ubisoft is doubling down on this idea that, oh, you purchased this thing over a decade ago? Sorry, we can just revoke your access. And that sets a shocking precedent for any Ubisoft title in the future, regardless of if it's online only or not. And here's where I stand, right? If you're Ubisoft and you got this small group of people that care this much about an old game, just let them fucking play it. Like, find a way. Why risk turning this into a massive PR scandal when you are Ubisoft and you already have enough of those going on right now?
Right? Especially with the current fiasco of Assassin's Creed. You don't own Mario. You don't own Mario Kart 9. You do not own your games, and you will like it whether you like it or not. Also, we're going to tell off and say it's not fair for indie devs to get all the attention and not us. Like, that is cheating.
It comes at a really bad time because, I don't know about you, but it seems like big corporations in the world's global economy has been shifting towards this, like, subscription service. Companies don't want you to own anything. They don't want you to own DVDs. They don't want you to own movies. They want you to rent everything. So you have temporary access and you become reliant on paying that monthly fee to have access to the things you want. But you know what? If buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing. Now let me give you something to compare this with, right? So,
all right,
I'm about to say something good about EA.
Really? EA? Or Nintendo, you don't own games. Games own you. Oh, jeez. You sound like someone has an addiction where someone's relying on a game, so the game owns you. Factorio.
I know. Crazy times. See, back in 2002, there was this fucking amazing RTS FPS hybrid game that came out called Command & Conquer Renegade.
Huh?
It's a shooter unlike any game you have ever played. Trust me. Totally unique, had a kick-ass multiplayer. The servers were live on GameSpy for quite a while, but as with all good things,
FPS
it
RTS
inevitably
game?
came to an end, and the servers were shut down. But still, many hardcore fans...
Why didn't I heard of this?
No other FPS game is quite like Command & Conquer Renegade. And this small group of fans took it upon themselves to create a sort of spiritual successor to Renegade called Renegade X. It is totally free, has been supported and updated for over a decade, and expands on the original vision far beyond what I think anybody expected. The developers behind Renegade X at Totemarts make a total of $0 from this game. They have not only preserved the multiplayer of an old classic that would have died out and been totally forgotten, they've added a ton of content to it. And EA, despite being within their full legal rights to DMCA the fuck out of Renegade X, they instead have given Totemarts their blessing to keep updating this game.
Really? Because Nintendo takes down games with remakes or anything that has to do with their IPs, you know, even making them playable, even targeting them for emulator sakes or emulation, EA is praising them. So that makes EA and Sega? Well, I mean, Sega, sure. But Sega and EA? Huh.
Nobody's making money from it. It's just for the love of the game. This mod is EA approved. And, you know, we've shit on EA a lot over the years, but gotta give credit where credit is due. That's really cool. Do you think Nintendo would do something like that? No, Nintendo doesn't even host fucking Smash Melee tournaments. They shut that shit down religiously.
Wait, what? Oh, is that why I haven't heard of any Smash tournaments? I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't hear any, you know, fighting game tournaments, but I hardly hear any Smash tournaments. So they shut them down? Why does people like Nintendo? It just sounds like they're just a horrible company to... Like, why aren't they being... Like, I know I said this before, but why is Nintendo, like, praised all the time? Oh, there's some Nintendo games that are from my childhood being made now. Okay, so, you can... So, what about those classics? Oh, don't worry about it. We don't need to play those. We can play the news games. Like, look at it. Okay, it has a lot of bugs. I can literally count all the bugs on the screen. No, you don't. I mean, that's part of the experience.
Examples like Renegade X should not be the exception to the rule. They should be the standard, right? If Ubisoft isn't going to sell the crew, if they're not going to support it, if they don't give a fuck about it, then give it to the fans. It's been over a decade. If there's people that still care about it, who gives a fuck? This doesn't seem...
Excuse me, you mean on Helldivers? I just saw a kid who looked like a bug catcher with a cut sleeves, shorts, and wearing sunglasses and a trucker hat, walking down the street with his elbows up. Like, oh, this. Nice.
Seem like a copyright issue if you come to an agreement, right? Like, if they don't enforce their copyright, they lose the copyright. But it doesn't seem like it's a copyright issue at all. It just seems like part of some new policy where Ubisoft wants to have the power to decide what games you own and what games you don't. Ubisoft reminds us of a sad reality about video.
Oh, nice.
Boy,
nice,
you
Stormy.
say that again. They have responded to the lawsuit filed by California gamers who claim that the French company's actions, quote, violate the state's consumer protection laws. Now, I don't know how to begin unpacking video game law, let alone international video game law. But you go, King. However, Ubisoft failed to dismiss the case, with its lawyers arguing that there is no reason for gamers to believe that they had unfettered ownership rights in the game. They bought it. They bought it, though. This isn't like World of Warcraft where even back in the day, everybody knew and understood, yeah, I'm paying for a subscription to the game. This just seems like Ubisoft making a mountain out of a molehill, and it sets a very strange and shocking precedent for the future, right?
So, with let me do that again. Okay, so with we don't have rights to our games. So does that mean that no one else has rights to their books? Movies? Music? Do they not have rights for those? What about like is gamers truly the lower class of the entertainment? It does seem like it. It really does seem like it. Like we're being I forgot what the word is, but it seems like anytime games are put into play, everyone just blames them, and yet there are a bunch of movies with a bunch of violence and gore and even the worst, the sex on it. Yes, movies have it too, but apparently people are very, very subjective of games having it. Okay, but like these are literally characters that don't exist, and yet they exist in movies. They even have it in books. There's even a movie based off of the book.
In the day, everybody knew and understood, yeah, I'm paying for a subscription to the game. This just seems like Ubisoft making a mountain out of a molehill, and it sets a very strange and shocking precedent for the future, right? What, like, if they could just revoke your access at any time, like, why the fuck would you buy a game from them? Ubisoft continues to say, frustrated with Ubisoft's recent decision to retire the game following a notice period delineated on the product's packaging, plaintiffs apply a kitchen sink approach on behalf of a putative case of nationwide customers, alleging 8 cases of action including violations of California's false advertising law, unfair competition, and Consumer Legal Remedies Act, as well as common law fraud and breach of warranty claims. The case is still ongoing, however. In March, the plaintiffs added an addendum with new allegations against the company, stating that Ubisoft is violating rules regarding the sale of gift certificates, which they argue could be considered the crew's currency. Since gift cards cannot expire in California, the plaintiffs argue that when the crew closed, so did the in-game credit. Ubisoft now has until April 29th to respond. Now, at this point, you might be losing the argument if you're stooped down to, like, gift cards. This is just my impression of things, but it seems like the fans or the plaintiffs in this case just want to fucking play the game however they can. They're probably rightfully pissed off that the game has been torn away from them, and at the same time it seems like Ubisoft is taking this hyper legal approach when going the route of EA and Renegade X would probably satisfy everyone just fine. I don't understand what's so hard about, like, I don't know, allowing these people to mod the game, make their own private servers. Fuck it, why not? The reason this is a story and not some random game just being shut down that nobody cares about is the implication, right? If they pull the plug on servers for old games like this, even for people who paid full price, it's like they just bought a license. They didn't buy the game, which is just renting with a couple extra steps. And if you put yourself in the business mindset, you would understand why, if you're Ubisoft, you would want to kind of crack down on video game ownership, right? Because buying a game, that's just one purchase. And then, well, if you give players complete access to mod it, then maybe they won't buy your next game. Yeah, talk to Valve about that one. Talk to Valve. They've dealt with that once or twice. Really, it just seems like this issue boils down to control. By controlling and selling licenses, they can revoke access anytime, prevent you from reselling the game, trading it in, doing whatever, prevent you from owning it, even if it's an always online game. Like, Microsoft may have shut down the OG Xbox Live servers and the 360 servers, but correct me if I'm wrong, you can still hook up your OG Xboxes with your boys and play Halo 2 on a LAN. You can do the same with 360 with Halo 3, to my knowledge. And even if you don't want to go through all those hoops, well, MCC is a pretty cheap alternative. So if you're not...
Yeah, it has like all 5 games in one. I think it's 5. I don't know. For like, what, $40, $50, $60? I wouldn't be surprised if it was $60.
Going to offer an alternative, then that is a problem. Then we get into pirating territory. I don't know, it might also be part of this trend of remakes, remasters, and re-releases where companies don't want to make new games, they just want to, resell you 10, 15, 20-year-old games again. There's a lot of weeds in this issue, but I hope I've carved a small path to lead you to the oasis. In conclusion, Ubisoft, come on, dog. Just let these people play the game, figure out some way, let them have mod access. Nobody gives a fuck about the crew except a small handful of people. Why are you litigating such a meaningless issue unless you want this to become a precedent? If you're just gonna
Apparently.
delete the game forever, why not let somebody else do something with it? As long as they don't make money, should be fine. And I've never said this before, but Ubisoft, you should do what EA is doing with Renegade X. But what do you think? Do you hate owning things? Are you gonna purchase a game and then
Man, I hate owning things. I wish there was more subscriptions. Woo, 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 woo. Ugh.
10 years later realize you don't actually own it? If so, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to Actman TV for more awesome content. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Actman, signing out. Peace!
Thank you, Actman. I think nobody should own Ubisoft games either. And apparently Nintendo games, but that's for another time. Control was a really good game? Yes, it is. I played through it and just... I don't know, I stopped playing it. I think I got bored. Happens a lot. Okay, let's see. Let's watch something about Asmon, degenerate streamer, Asmongold. Yeah, I kind of want to know more about what his deal is, because I've seen a bunch of his videos, but never really gone through it.
So if I asked you who the most disgusting person on the internet was, chances are people that might make that list is a person like Chris Chan, who had all the personality features of a hoarder, and obviously I'm not talking about the crimes they did as well. Another candidate may be...
Are we talking about like disgusting as in what they did or how they live? Like there's a bunch of different ways. Also, who is this person?
Lovely Peaches, who made a song about her vagina experiencing a yeast infection.
My pussy be burning, itching.
That's probably
What?
a scratch and sniff that would induce vomiting. And she also made some weird comments about her own child.
I'm so happy right now because I'm going to kill my own baby.
Maybe even the
What?
list
I just sat down. What the heck?
would be yourself. Because we all know what you did that one night when you were unsupervised with an empty Pringles can and a glove. You complete degenerate. But no,
Huh? I know about the M&M's thing, but that? Huh.
one that I would have in my head would be Asmongold, which in no way is worse than any of the names I just mentioned. In fact, he would be considered a clean freak and diagnosed with...
Starts a conversation like that. Exactly. I just sat down.
Cleaning disorder, maybe Mr. Sillet Banning himself. That's a UK joke, you wouldn't get it. Because he is in no way comparable to any of these people. However, Asmongold
really?
or Zach is an interesting case of someone that has
Oh,
an
his name's
income equivalent
Zach?
to 10 times your yearly salary, but lives in a slum like
Wait,
case
what?
of someone that has an income equivalent to 10 times your yearly
I know that's more than that. Shut up. Go ask Jessica, loser. Who's Jessica?
salary, but lives in a slum like it was a RuneScape dungeon, and he was the dungeon boss hoarding all the gold. The gold being a colony of cockroaches and mouldy Wendy's cups. But today I wanted to talk about Asmongold because at some point he was almost considered a lolcow, and one of the most putrid...
Wait, a lolcow? What do you mean?
Because at some
What's a
point he was
lolcow?
almost considered a lolcow.
A person of a group who laughed at for action that they take despite not trying to be funny. They may try to take themselves seriously, but are often milk for laughs with or without their knowledge. Huh.
And one of the most putrid streamers alive, with key events like using a dead rat as an alarm clock, and because he is someone I've been following for a while. Not physically, because the slipstream of dead cockroaches and rodents would make it impossible. I think I'd rather deal with Nurgle himself than that, and because...
Okay, for real, from what I've heard, especially from people who went into his house, like someone, went in his house for like an hour or something and then came out and was like feeling very, very sick. Got better after, but like the way it went into his house, just ugh. Like it has to have smelled in there. I from what I've heard, like Asmongold is kind of it's kind of a traumatized dude. Like needs help. Like actual help. Like I know he, like his mother died and it got to him, and that's why he's staying at his childhood home. But he's honestly he's just he needs help. Like I feel pity for him. And yes, I know he has like millions of dollars. Just he's not taking care of himself. He absolutely needs some therapy going on.
Despite his living conditions, controversies, and somewhat hard life initially, he has risen to be one of the most engaging and popular streamers, and quite possibly on the horizon might change his act entirely. Now, Asmongold, or Zach, had their initial debut on the internet on YouTube was in 2008 with World of Warcraft videos. World of Warcraft at this point is basically the pre-game lobby before the nursing home.
Oh
with
no.
The average age of the consistent player being in their late 50s with constant reminiscing and complaining how Blizzard screwed the game up and it's not as good as the good old days like Wrath of the Lich King. And aside from that fact, in 2009, most of you weren't even conceived yet, and the world had just been blessed with the best Call of Duty of all time, and I had just gained awareness of my existence.
Curon. Thank you, Riniana, for
Oh!
the raid with 18 viewers. I welcome each viewer warmly, eager to engage and ensure they have a fantastic time on the channel.
Yo, Rinia! Let's get off this screen. What's up, everybody? How's it going? I didn't expect you to be here. I am Hook, your half dragon, your horror VTuber. How's it going? I do hope you enjoy your stay. Oops. Stupid thing. Anyways. Hook. What do you mean, Hook? What? What do you mean? What do you mean, Hook? You've talked to me how many times? Listen. Also, I need to get off this here. There we go. Did you butcher my name? What do you mean? Okay, I might have butchered it a little bit. I'm sorry. I only know about like I can't pronounce your name. Renia. Got my name right. All right. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. Discord. Oh no. Are you seriously going to my Discord? What are you doing in my Discord? You're in my Discord. Why are you in my Discord? Rennie, please, Rennie. Give me VC privileges. I'm not in the. Okay, you know what? Just for that, just for you. Okay, hold on. All right. I'll just do this and then. Hold on. Where are you? There you are. You have privileges now.
Your text-to-speech bot did my name correctly. Your text-to-speech got my name fucking right. Hook, how many times have we talked? I know you can shorten it to Ren, but how many times have we talked? How many times have you been in my stream? I have my whole intro and everything. How the fuck did you butcher it? How did you say Rihanna? Or I don't even fucking know how you butchered it, honestly, because I'm so used to it being
You don't
butchered
even
that
know
it
what I said.
all I know is that you absolutely butchered it. All I know is you absolutely butchered it, and it doesn't help that that someone said Nymphazier said Rihanna, and I got confused. He did Renana. Yeah, he said yeah. I'm like almost got it, but then fucked up the Iana part. I'm like, your text to speech bot got it correctly. I was amazed your text to speech bot did it right. And then you, right afterwards, do you not hear what your text to speech bot says, Hook? Do you not hear what your text to speech bot says?
Half the
Your
time,
text to
no.
speech did a good job. I've never heard a text to speech actually say my name correctly. Rin E Anna. You can clap it out. Rin E Anna. Syllables, everybody. You look at the syllables and pronounce them one by one. It's the basic foundation of pronouncing many names.
Will you
You
forgive
proud of
me?
yourself, Hook?
I've been running my mouth all day, okay? Apparently I ran out of words or ran out the meaning of your name for like 2 hours ago.
Rin E Anna. Rin E Anna. I mean,
Riniana.
people still mess that up, Ivy Drawn, but yeah, look.
Go back to kindergarten.
I think Rens are just it's the fact. Okay, like I understand the IE
Rin
people
I
immediately.
Anna. Rin I Anna. Rin I Anna.
Well, I don't know how the fuck the text to speech bot fucked it up when you put it like that. Did it fine when I rated, but anyways, yeah.
It's
Like,
because Nymph is saying it like that.
Hook.
What's
Hook,
up?
say cookie. Say cookie.
Cookie?
Cookie. Yeah. Now put Anna at the end of that. Cookie Anna. Like
Cookie Anna?
IE. The IE doesn't change because it's in a goddamn different name. It's still said the same.
Cookie Anna, so it's Reniana.
Reniana.
Okay.
I have been on the Giant Council for 5 goddamn months. I have done my intro fantastically every time. It takes roughly 36 seconds, and it's wonderfully well practiced and includes the pronunciation of my name. I need to just copy Kelia's thing so again people said. Alright then, I'll leave you to your just chatting. I will leave you be. I will gonna go angrily eat a chimichanga. Have a good stream, Huck.
Alright. Thank you for the
I'm trying
raid.
to like find a way to butcher your name, and I can't find a way to butcher your goddamn name. I want to find a way to butcher your name out of spite and pettiness, but I can't.
Alright, go ahead. I want you to do it.
I cannot find a way to butcher your goddamn name because it's just hookening. How do you fuck up hookening? I can't even think of a way to fuck up hookening because I'm too good at pronouncing names. Hikening. Oh my god, that's ugly, obvious. Anyways, alright, have fun.
Alright, have a good one.
Stream. Yippee.
So, hi. Hookening. Hey, now we don't need that. But yes. Hi Raiders, hi, I'm Hook. Is this a crying stream? No crying in stream. We're not crying here today. the moment Riniana has said, give me in call right now. I knew I was in for an earful. Alright. So, if you need to go and raid and run, I understand. Otherwise, sit back and relax. Enjoy the most degenerate streamer we're watching. Woke up, chose violence. Exactly. Woke up and chose exactly violence. Also, getting out of this call because I don't know if Rin. Actually, am I scared of Rin? Am I intimidated by Rin? Probably because I don't really know them that well. So that would be like any other person. But Rin is one of those streamers. No, streamers? One of those people that's mysterious, but also I'm a little afraid. But it doesn't seem like they're much to be scared of. Well, not scared of. I shouldn't say scared of, because that downplays them. Just intimidated. I don't know. But they're good. You will be if you're not already. Alright, let's get started.
Gained awareness of my existence. Around this time, Zach was uploading to his channel Zach Raw, a mostly
Zach
uploaded
Raw?
rap content.
Are you kidding me? Zach Raw? Zach Raw? Raw?
And sprinkled in with some home life content that looks like it was filmed on a flip phone and was the precursor to Cloverfield. But you could also see some wholesome videos, like his
Or
mom hitting
DX.
level 60 in WoW, which is quite the time sink. But this went on for quite a while. WoW videos followed by random videos of his life, or ranting at the camera and acting like he just got shocked with a taser.
Fuck you think I see?
But from these early videos you can see the first glimpse of a raw personality, unrefined and certainly rough around the edges, but would later evolve to be his best selling point. And said selling point was about to get a growth spurt when in 2011 he began streaming on Twitch, which Twitch in 2011 was a very different place than it
Was it Justin TV?
is today. The website barely worked, and I'm pretty sure you had people streaming Hell's Kitchen 24/7, on top of the fact...
Wait, no, they're still doing that. Well, not still doing that. They've been doing that, I think 2 years ago, and then they stopped it, I think.
Nobody even knew about it, but it was a temporary place for Asmongold, whose first few streams had no viewers whatsoever, so he quickly gave up and still made YouTube videos. In 2013, his personality had somewhat grown, and he was a lot more charismatic on camera, like this video.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Asmongold.
But he was starting to see the fruits of his labour, but not for the reason you'd expect. One of his videos would get posted to the front page of Reddit, showing the deplorable condition.
That looks like Justin TV. Most likely. Actually, I did try to stream that long ago after seeing, I think it was called the 4-Player Podcast. Something like that. I'm pretty sure they got disbanded a while ago. But there's like 4 dudes playing or streaming in one household. And I tried doing the same. Not what they're doing. Like streaming, but I had one. I didn't know what I was doing. There was hardly any. I don't know if there was any tutorials, but I tried doing my own thing without tutorials. Streamed on a single windowed PC and tried to stream. Oh, what was it called? Darkest Dungeon. And I didn't have chat up or anything. And I looked back at the chat and it was like, hey, your screen is black, and I just stopped right there.
Conditions he was living.
That's some history with Hook.
Living in an appropriately titled Asmongold's lair, and after seeing this success, he exclaimed he didn't really mind people on Reddit critiquing him and saying he was disgusting. A key point of his personality, which is shown today, he just did not give a fuck.
I'm not embarrassed. Like, if I was embarrassed, I'd clean it up. I cleaned it up. Wait, that means I am embarrassed. Shit.
His current dungeon had just been exposed to the entire world. People thought he was living in some third world country, when in fact he was living in America. Okay, fair point. It may as well be one. And he...
Oh my god. Third world country. America. Hitting a little bit too close to home there.
He was fine with it, and got a lot of subscribers and attention from it, even labeling the video #FinallyFamous, and saying he was going to change his life, and to mark the occasion of said decision, it was a Sprite day.
I'll tell you one thing that those comments that made me do, you know, I'm eating healthy today. I'm only having a Sprite. I was going to have a Dr. Pepper. I thought to myself, you know what? I got to get my life turned around. Today is a Sprite day.
Which is something...
I mean, from a Brit, nonetheless. Is Britain good? Is Britain good places to go to? I'm kind of looking for a country to move to.
Asmongold adored. He loved sugary drinks and fast food, something that in the modern day he is known for, even gagging on water because it didn't have any sugary goodness.
It's better.
What?
Wow. Who the fuck drinks this shit?
You hear that? This is like nearly a gallon of water that I have on my desk that I drink. You hear this? Yep. This is like a half gallon. I just filled it up like yesterday. And I have another like flavored water here, which is like gamer stuff, but like that's just to keep me hyped up. You know, the old hookback. Anyways, yeah. Why would you say grows to water? Like, I know it doesn't have flavor, but you can put flavor in it. You don't need sugar water. That comes from syrup.
And don't even get me started on the $2...
What the frick was that?
Who the fuck drinks this shit?
And don't even get me started on the $2 steak argument.
Okay.
But this is something that would impact...
Wait, $2 steak?
His life later down the line. And the statement he was going to turn his life around and it was a Sprite day would not be a prophecy that would come true anytime soon. But right now he had just got his first dose of fame, and it was only up from there. People had seen this personality, and some had begun to love our dirty little degenerate. He began uploading general life videos on top of WoW content, but decided to start a channel only for WoW content in 2014, and he named it Asmongold. There he began uploading regular WoW videos, with the occasional rant video about WoW, to the Asmongold channel, and saw varying success arguably down to his personality and his informative videos on WoW. But when he hit a decent amount of subscribers, he decided to make a decision that would greatly impact his life going forward, and that was to start streaming again.
What's up, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today I've kind of got a little bit of an announcement to make, is that I'm going to start streaming.
And when he eventually did, he got over 250 people to watch him live on his first day streaming.
Yo!
And ever since, he has been actively streaming. His audience had fell in love with him, from his zero personality.
I don't care about laws, I don't care about rules, I don't care about contracts, I don't care about anything. I only care about what I think is right and what I think is wrong.
To the disturbing stories he would tell about his environment.
How many teeth did you lose? I have a single digit number of actual real teeth left.
And his following...
What? Does he not brush his teeth? Goes to the dentist? Does he not? Is he that disgusting? I didn't know he doesn't brush his teeth?
Only seemed to keep growing every year. Some could argue his life had significantly changed. He eventually could go full-time streaming and making content, and he could sustain himself doing that. He got gifts from Twitch, met other popular streamers, and even found his own org in 2020, named One True King. And he achieved all of this from playing World of Warcraft and giving his opinion on things, mainly the latest drama. But one thing that didn't change ironically was his lifestyle.
What the fuck?
Now, seeing as though this video is titled The Most Degenerate Streamer, that title would need some credibility behind it. And believe me, there is a laundry list of the most disgusting things this guy has done, apart from the fact he lives in a slum and quite literally has the diet of an adult rodent, to the point where he let his own teeth erode. But there are...
Why? You know, I didn't expect him to be this gross. Like, I know he doesn't, from what I've heard, he doesn't shower and has to pick off scales from his back. And even so much, when you see him out in public, he looks like a homeless guy. Hey, just that is sad. Cockroach King. I understand. I understand, but I'm someone get this guy help. Like actually help. I'm not saying like, "Oh man, you need help." Like no, this he needs actual like help. But he needs to, you know, have the willpower to actually help himself. Even though I did hear that he did clean up his mess and it actually looked good. Still though, it's a right step it's a step in the right direction, and I'm actually proud of him and just like, you know, actively clapped like, nice job, Asmongold. Even though I don't know you, good job. You're helping yourself. Now get another Dr. Pepper for yourself.
A few other things he's mentioned on stream, quite proudly to be honest, are downright deplorable and horrifying. And just to warm you up with one of the most lukewarm instances, we all know Asmongold lives in a trash heap. And from said trash heap, he gets regular visits from cockroaches.
There's a roach flying at me. Give me a minute. Where'd he go? Oh, shit. He's on my belly. Look at him. He's right there. He got, oh, God. Get him out of me.
What are you doing, bro? Get out of my... Go in the garbage can.
Go in the garbage can where he can go out and then attack Asmongold again. He freaking grabs the roach and puts him in the garbage can.
Mold.
Oh my god.
And things like rats and raccoons, some of which he's actually made his pets.
What?
And feeds regularly like the raccoons.
We get a fucking raccoon. We get a fucking raccoon. And so we go out in the backyard, and I see this dumb mother. Because, like, we captured them with peanut butter, right? And so Jeff's idea.
Peanut butter?
This dumb motherfucker likes peanut butter so much he got himself put in a cage. Go get me the peanut butter. So we go get the peanut butter. Jeff starts putting peanut butter on the raccoon. And we put peanut butter all over the raccoon while he's sitting in the cage. And he's fucking pissed.
Those are going to be...
Why? Are you dumb? That poor raccoon.
Raccoons on an American diet. And he also openly admitted when his teeth were actively eroding away and his gums were trying desperately to part way with said teeth. He would
There's another Tyler one.
wipe blood from said process on the walls, on top of only showering once a week.
Wait, what?
Blood from said process on the
Red blood from when teeth bled overnight. I just wiped down the wall.
walls, on top of only showering once a week and referring to it as an earth shield.
I know this might be a surprise.
Once a week?
But I shower about once a week, and it works just fine. That is what you call an earth shield, okay? And it works really goddamn well.
I think Asmongold's trying to pull off that tough cosplay, and he also only brushes his teeth a handful of times a year.
A year? No wonder his teeth is going bad. With the combination of all that sugary drinks he's drinking and his teeth eroding and not brushing. Yeah, no wonder his teeth are falling out.
This guy's immune system from constantly farming XP from the lesser bacteria that even attempt to get in his body and are met with an inhospitable environment.
Oh no!
He'll probably suffocate to death, or just say GG's next game. Have made this guy's immune system an impenetrable apex predator. Like, this guy could tank the most potent and toxic nerve agent, get up the next day and probably cook his signature meal, the only meal he knows how to cook, microwave potatoes and $2 steak.
Okay, microwave potatoes I used to have as a kid. Now I just put it in an oven. Like, wrap it around in aluminum foil and do that. It cooks just fine.
Cooked well done is probably the worst thing on this list. Who eats their f***ing steak well done? You want to be sat there chewing for about 30 minutes? A little 2x2 centimeter fucking piece of steak, like Mike Tyson chewing on his glove? Like, that is actually a war crime. But that does not trump his worst voluntary incident yet. So when we all wake up, we usually wake up to an alarm, or maybe the sun finally glistening against our skin. But Asmongold was a bit different. He didn't have just a normal alarm clock. He had a biological, basically taxidermy one, because he would wake up when the sun started cooking the dead rat under his bed, and the putrid smell.
What? Why do you have a dead rat under your pillow? Wait, pillow?
Started cooking the dead rat under his bed, and the
Under his bed. I was gonna say, why didn't you smell it? But honestly, that house probably smells. He's probably used to the smell by now.
Putrid smell originating from the eroding corpse he would use as an indication it's time to wake up. He basically had a rat alarm clock.
I was wondering what that was. A rat alarm clock?
And was proud of it.
It would. The thing is, I used to use a dead rat as an alarm clock, actually, for my stream. Because basically what happened was, whenever the sun would come up, it would start cooking the corpse of the rat, and then it would start smelling again, and then the smell would wake me up. So I would use the rat effectively as an alarm clock, and as soon as it, you know, it got hot enough, it would wake me up, and then I would know, oh shit, it's time to stream. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Once again.
Yeah, you need help. He's a trash person, and I think he's a hoarder too.
This guy is a millionaire and lives like this and uses a dead rat as an alarm clock. You could quite literally say the fame never changed him. He is the most authentic streamer. But why is he like this? Is it a case of habit or just the way he grew up? Did he forget the credentials to his bank account and just never resolved it? Or is this an experiment by the government seeing if Tarzan could survive the modern world? There's actually a long and very understandable reason for why he is like this.
Is it because his mother passed away and it got to him? Or maybe it was something else. I have no idea. I know he had a girlfriend. Shocking, I know. But they split, probably not because of what he's doing to himself. Honestly, he needs real authentic help. I know I've said this plenty of times, but like please, dude, please. Like, I know there's been other people that have been telling you this, but please, you need some authentic help. And I'm not even making fun of him. Like, why would I make fun of him? Like, oh, he's a trash guy. like it's like the kid of rats or the cockroach king. Yeah, that's no. I'm saying, like, he as a third person looking in, he needs authentic help.
Brother,
So on October 1st, 2024, everyone's questions
and definitely not the BetterHelp site either. That's a scam.
Questions on why Asmongold lives like this were finally answered, but it was not the answer many would expect. And throughout the whole 35-minute video, he talks about almost the entirety of his life. Turns out he lived like this and actively let his teeth erode and fall out due to the fact he never thought he would live that long. And it all started in high school. Socializing was not an innate skill to him. He always felt left out and people treated him as such.
And so I've always had a big problem being able to, like, understand, like, where, how you should act, how you should treat people, what you should do, how you should say things, etc. So almost everything that I do is a learned performance rather than an innate social, instinct, if that makes sense.
He also wasn't good at school, failing his first semester with a 0.8 GPA, which apparently is hard to do.
because my first semester in that high school, I had a GPA of a .08. It was actually impressive. It was hard to do. I had to go out of my way for this.
And on top of that, him and his mother weren't doing so well financially and were barely scraping by.
Growing up, my mom was, I think there was maybe 2 years or so where she made above the poverty level in terms of income. And so we basically barely skated by most of the time.
Even to the point on cold nights, he wouldn't even have heating, so he'd go to bed freezing.
Same time that, the house is fucking, we can barely pay for the house. We're worried about getting evicted from the house. We have no AC. Or no, we did have AC. We didn't have heat. And so, I would go to sleep and, the house would be so cold. And I always viewed it as, I'm sleeping out on Mount Everest, right? It's like, I'm cosplaying as Bear Grylls.
And his mom's health at that time was starting to deteriorate, where after school he would have to take care of her and often sacrifice his own comfort so she could be more comfortable. And he did not sleep well because of it, because throughout the night he would be tending to his mother almost every 4 hours, and sometimes she would scream out in pain, which sometimes made him worry and sometimes mistakenly hear her screaming, so he'd be checking on her even if she didn't need help.
Happened.
Oh, I know about that way too well. It's coming a little bit too close to home in my for me. Wasn't making a joke about him, but agree he needs. Yep. Welcome to Austin, honey. None of us know how to be human. Is learned and trained. Ugh. I mean, for me at least, I rather not look at other human beings, but my job revolves around being around them, sadly. That's why I took a security job, so I can get away from it, but I guess I can't.
And pretty much her health would deteriorate more and more and more to the point where she couldn't drive, she couldn't do X, she couldn't do Y, she couldn't get a job anymore. And then it relied on me more and more to completely support her. I got to the
As an adult in a situation worried about losing a house or paying other bills, it's hard as fuck. We didn't have heat one winter, and we all had the dogs in bed trying to stay warm because it was 12 degrees. Jeez. Yeah, good idea with the dogs, because body heat. But still, jeez. Doesn't like talking to people, comes a VTuber and talks to strangers. Okay. Let me rephrase that. I don't like talking to people face to face, because I have to look at their face, because it actually makes me feel it feels painful looking at other people's faces. I have to look at them, and then I feel strain, actual strain from looking at other people. I have to look away for a moment, or look above them so I don't look at their faces, because it just feels wrong for me to look at their face.
the point where at this time period I would wake up every 2 hours or so with a weird thing where I would hear her screaming my name, and this went on for maybe 6 months to a year.
And when she was seriously ill, she would beg him not to call the ambulance because they could not afford it.
She would beg, she was on the ground crying, begging me not to call an ambulance. And so this was very upsetting.
And due to this, he stopped thinking about what other people thought about him and stopped putting effort into social norms, which is when his degeneracy started. But one of the main reasons behind it, that he says quite plainly in the video, was that he always thought he was going to end his life after high school.
I had always assumed that I would kill myself after high school. That was...
Have you been tested? Yes, I actually have. Years ago. But I guess they didn't catch it.
My plan. And
so he just gave up on things like taking care of himself and cleaning his teeth. But due to a World of Warcraft expansion, he actually forgot to follow through with said plan.
Wrath of the Lich King came out, and I just got distracted. I forgot. And so I ended up not doing that.
In the video, he also states he was constantly prioritizing his mother and was constantly scared she would die, something of which did unfortunately happen in October of 2021, which really didn't make his antics worse, it just increased a tad bit. So to answer the question why he lived like this, he basically thought he was never going to live past high school, so just stopped putting effort into things. But recently he's been attempting to change his life, even a before and after picture of his kitchen clean. But the video he posted actually received a lot of positive feedback, and a lot of people understood why he would live like this now. And the fact he was trying to actually change and lose the thought process he has nothing else to lose and he's eventually going to end it. But cleaning his kitchen was a first good step, but a lot of people credit it to the fact around the same time he was banned on Twitch due to some very controversial things he said about the Palestine and Gaza conflict.
If you want to consider a genocide as
Oh.
a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. People are not your ally.
I do not think I would live after high school. Then I'd develop a god complex of all gods want me dead. They're gonna have to do it themselves. Well, that's a good way of thinking, honestly. Because doing it out of pity would probably be a lot better better motivation than I don't want to say it is what it is. That's not the right word. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, it's honestly, to write off your comment, I didn't think I was gonna. Well, I don't want to say that. I just didn't know what will happen after high school, and honestly, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't really think about any careers after high school. I was just kind of like drifting off. Like, stayed at my parents' house for way too long and got a job as a janitor and then school bus driver, and then here I am doing some security work. Yeah, we're getting really into the topics here. But I'm glad you found ways to cope with it, Stormy. And I'm super glad that you're still around. Everyone does. Everyone's eyes bright up when you're around.
They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways.
To which he apologized for, admitted he was wrong and he shouldn't have said that. And
So, is the stuff that he said true? Like, is there any truth behind that, or is he just saying that and not knowing? Instagram girlies don't get me used to. Oh, she was sweet and such a good person. Now call me not living everyone. Yep. Oh, so it wasn't true? Okay.
a key part of the 2 weeks off he had was reflecting on what he said and actually speaking to some of his fans that were disappointed in him and are involved in the conflict.
Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you all about what my reason was for getting suspended on Twitch and also what my plans are going forward. And I don't really want to like mince words or like try to like, oh, I wasn't justifying or, you know, promoting it. I said something about it that was disgusting. I said that I didn't care about innocent people getting killed by another force, by anything. And I think that that's a horrible, disgusting, mean-spirited thing to say. And you know,
I don't know
they
why you
reached
said
out to
it.
me, and they wanted to talk and have a conversation and see if I was okay. It's people that were Islamic and people that had fucking family in Palestine. And how humiliating is that? How absolutely humiliating is that? And these were the people I was trying to say were bad. And I feel like such a fucking stupid asshole.
But due to this,
Yeah, not all people are like this. You're saying, I think he said in the video, all of them are genocidal, when in fact not a lot of people are, that genocidal. I mean, there's some religious undertones, but like I don't think that it involves around that. But it's not my place to like be saying this because I don't know anything about, what's going on. All I know is there's a story for everybody.
Situation. People are actually blaming him for the recent Twitch apocalypse. People like Hassan Piker.
When Asmongold is making threats like this against that sort of thing,
Wait, why is there Bernie Sanders in the background?
are gonna hurt other content creators, you know?
But Hassan hasn't said the nicest things either.
America deserved 9/11, dude.
And people like Caseytron, person who has previously admitted to liking a tweet saying that Asmongold killed his mother.
I'll admit,
They have been in conflict for hundreds of years. Oh. I'm not surprised, given, like, everyone's in conflict with everybody. So why I wouldn't even... Like I said, I don't know what's happening over there. And it's not my place to be saying that, because one, I kind of want to get, most politics out of this channel. If it's shows up, then it shows up. But it's not my place to be saying it if I don't know the context behind anything. I think that should be for everybody. It's just generalization vitriol. Oh, so it's basically people being forced by dead people to do a thing. And when I mean dead people, I mean what was it called? Generations? No. Ancestors. That's what I'm talking about. Your ancestors telling you to go do a thing because of generation after generation. Like, don't get me wrong, I will choose an animal life over humans 9 times out of 10, but I don't want people to be murdered and abused like I have first thought. Just don't understand why someone could just be so hateful. Makes no sense to me. Honestly, I don't want anyone to die. Like, period. If it's like, oh, choose one or the other, I don't want both. I don't want to. But if it's like gun to your head type of situation, then that gets into way, way bad territory. And yes, it's literally gun to your head. You need to choose either or the triggers pulled situation. And no one likes to be put in that situation. Trolley problem. Well, it's not much of a trolley problem. Oh, well, actually, yes, it is. Never mind. It's either you don't pull it or you do.
I did like that tweet, and I have a lack of respect for Asmongold after letting his mom with COPD live in those sort of conditions.
And also conforms to the rhetoric that he is to blame for the apocalypse. But Asmongold is persistently saying it's not his fault this is happening. It's actually due to the fact that Twitch picks favorites. It doesn't actually moderate its platform.
Oh, they do.
Well, and treat all streamers the same. To the point where if 2 streamers break the same rule, only one of them would get banned that isn't favored by Twitch. Which, I mean, he does have a point. An example of this is that if you get banned 3 times in a year, you are supposed to be permanently banned from the platform, no matter your status.
Really?
But some streamers went unaffected when banned multiple times within a year.
Stinky.
Amaranth, is that one chick who was crying on stream and being abused, quote unquote, not in a situational type, but yeah, just, well, I should like rephrase that since, Daddy Twitch isn't gonna like it, but with Twitch in general, or not Twitch, but with the Amaranth thing, like, I think she was the one that was crying live on stream while her and her husband were fighting. Did that happen? Well, yeah, of course it happened, but was that her or was that somebody else?
But as the most degenerate streamer, I hope Asmongold continues to improve his life so he stops living like a borderline caveman, but I hope to God some of you watching do not relate to his lifestyle
Okay.
and living conditions, because God
Thank you.
help you if you do, but it probably is true from the comments I receive. I think the black mold is starting to grow on the surface layer of your brain, because some of you are quite possibly the worst degenerates. But anyway, bye-bye. So if you don't know what a V...
Alright, thank you, and
So if I...
Thank you, Royalty is here. Got banned. He got banned for 2 weeks from Twitch and started to go to the gym, clean his house because Debuff was constantly streaming on Twitch and living on the internet. He actually went to the gym? Oh yeah, he did clean his house. Getting ready to react and reap the riches of free content again. If you make a video and then I will farm you. That's a good quote. Anyways, I am all out of time for today. Thank you all for watching for this. I know it's been like a weird time, but hey, at least we're doing this. At least we got another video and stuff. Not video down. It's not like we're doing this on the side. I just kind of felt like doing a whole you know, content stuff. Baby Dream, if you're still here, of course Dream's still here, right? Right. Oh, wait a minute. What did I just push? Mirror tracking? Yes? Is that it? Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, eyes work. Yeah, thank you, Stormy, for your conversation, and Rin, and Nymph, and everybody else who joined in. We are going to be rating out. Who are we going to be rating out to is a great question. Who is on? Where we rate into them two. What about you? Did we rate in you before? No, we didn't. Oh, it looks like they're doing a just chatting, so let's go right into Chisel. Chisel, I think? I don't know. How dare you quote me in your server? Anyways. Let's go and raid. Thank you all for the raids, everybody. Oh yeah, and if you need to there you go. Promote. There's no... Wait, what do you mean? Oh, promo. Right, it's promo. There we go. Check out my stuff. Discord. Games I'm making. 3D art. You name it. Anyways, we're going to be heading on out. Just use your raid messages. You know. If you have my raid stuff, then there it is. Use those. If not, then you can use your own. Anyways, we're going to be heading out. See you later. Gems and potential gems. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.